Okay. Well, YouTube is starting up, maybe. Sure. Still not started on Rumble yet. Looks like I got everybody on YouTube, though. Don't know why it's not starting on Rumble yet. What it looks like on Rumble right now? Huh. Try refreshing Rumble again. I don't know why. It's not. It's just showing, like, my face. What's going on? I like my avatar. No, now I got an ad. Okay. Hey, Haley. Hey, Madness. Hey, Timothy. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, AK Giant. Candace Crew's at his front door. His front door? Oh, hey. Well, I guess we'll get into all that. Hello, Nikki. Or Nick. Nick is me or Nikki Smee? Nikki Smee. Oh boy, oh boy. That whole voice guy. Mr. Smee. However the crap they do that voice. It's a hilarious voice. Let's see here. Hey, Ashtray. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Tristan. Um, hmm. Okay. Now I'm all good here on Rumble. There it is. Finally showing up there. Took a little longer today. Hello to all my Rumble viewers. I'm watching for chat there. I wish I could set chat. Oh, I can. Rumble. Okay, there we go. Or is that just message to Rumble? Oh, it doesn't actually switch it. Yeah. All if I Rumble. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Uh, I'm late. I hope Artie's equipment didn't conk out on him, or worse, that Google sensor tube isn't messing with his ability to stream. Well, I'm here right now though. What, is it not working? Worse, that Google. Yeah, no, it's working. Let me get my headphones. Just in case, because if I talk a lot during the video, and the microphone will definitely pick up my speaker. So probably just stick with this. We'll see. Have to use these headphones because my other headphones are finally going out. They're like 7 years old. So, just is what it is. And I use them. I don't just use them to like do videos and stuff. I literally use these like my headphones to play guitar through and stuff like that silently when the wife's sleeping. Because well, I don't want to show the room, but long story short, I'll kind of show a little bit just so you guys can kind of see my say, and then see that doorway right through there, and all that leads directly into my room, my wife's room, and all mostly. You know what I mean? We call it her room, even though I sleep in there with her. Right? It's her room because that's where all her stuff is. See, this is like a little kind of like I don't want to say garbage, but for some reason there's an office in the master bedroom, and it is very tiny in here, but that's where I put all my guitar stuff. For some reason they thought that's what what people would want. You know what I mean? In a like I understand having an office. Don't get me wrong. I would love to have a full-fledged office in the house and all. But, you know, this was like some weird like early 2000s type design in the master bedroom of all places with no door. No door. You know what I mean? So, it's like, okay, well, could have just made my master bedroom just a little extra bigger. I might as well just do it in there without a door at all. I guess it gives me the option to get a door at some point, but come on, like, so annoying. So annoying. Oh man, what a disaster for that, huh? Uh, Here we go. Oh, cool, cool, cool. But, what was it, Nick is me. Oh, okay, you said Nick is me. Yeah, we thought you died. Sorry about that. So, my wife made delicious flank steak, and then I brewed me up some coffee brand coffee tea. Where did I set that mug? I need that. Oh, Found it. My wife's Golden Girls Club cup here. It has this lady on the other side. I think I've told this joke, but I want to do this so bad. It's this mug where it's like, no, I will not have a nice day. But how funny would it be if you put the Billy Madison quote on there and just left her face, like leave her image on there completely and just have it say, no, I will not make out with you. Like, how awesome would that be, right? That'd be very funny in my opinion. Just for some reason, her face and no, I will not make out with you, like, is very, very funny to me. And I would love to do that, but it'd probably have to be like, if I ever did merch, it would have to be just some like random old lady, probably. They wouldn't let me use her face, I imagine. And I wonder if that quote is copywritten. I don't think it is, right? Just no, I will not make out with you. Like, you know what I mean? I think it would be pretty funny. By the way, Golden Girls is a good show. I'll be the first to say it. They have freaking Leslie Nielsen in it. Anything that dude's in, I'm probably gonna watch. You know what I mean? Like, just a duh. You got Leslie Nielsen in it, or if you have Christopher Lee in it, probably watching it. Probably gonna be into it. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter what it is. I like both of those people a lot. Love some good flank steak. Use it for rice bowls and fajitas. Yeah, that's exactly what we use it for. My wife can only eat rice and meat right now. So, you know, is what it is with her autoimmune issue. And I try to eat it too, which is why I've lost like 40 pounds, literally. And I've gained a little bit back because I got off the diet, but she also got off the diet and it was really, really bad for her. So it was like, okay, we got to get back on this thing. You know, I do it because she's doing it. It's not really fair otherwise. But yeah, that flank steak was delicious. Oh man, she made it good. Made it very, very good. So, you know, absolutely. Betty White, Sophia the Goat, yeah. Yeah, you know, they do make a lot of funny jokes in that show. Some of them get me pretty good. There's a lot of them that's definitely like, you know, woman humor that I'm just like, okay, I you know, it's just not as much my thing. But, you know, any scene Leslie Nielsen's in, first of all, like, straight up, very funny. That dude gets it. But he does very much crude man humor. You know what I mean? And some of the best ways, too. Like, I mean, everybody here's seen The Naked Gun, right? Everyone here, right? I would imagine. If you haven't, look some clips up. The fact that Liam Neeson did it, I need to watch that movie still because it's so funny. The stuff I've seen in the clips is hilarious. He does a pretty good job. So, you know, for sure. But anyway, y'all ready to get into this? This crazy, crazy lady, apparently, that, I don't know. Let me her off over here. That'll probably be right. What do you guys think? Be ready to get in here. Hey, Scar. How's it going? Does my audio sound okay? Check. Oh, I still have that speaker on up there, and I did not hear a single peep out of these headphones for some reason. Check. Okay, there we go. I'm kind of... Is this moving around? Check. All right. There we go. Hopefully that didn't blow your ears out because it looked like it was clipping, and you're like on the repeat. For some reason, I don't know why my voice is louder on the computer side than it is like going into the microphone. It shouldn't be outputting that much harder. Oh, I have the gain up on that, and then I have all these videos turned down. That's not turned down. I guess we'll see. Yeah, testes. That's what I normally say, but you know. Yeah. Alrighty, guys, let's jump into this. Let's see what Nicole Arbour has to say, right? Is she crazy? Or is she, you know, sane? I don't know. What else? The opposite of that? We'll find out.
I'm Nicole Arbour, and this is the very true story about how...
Already crazy. Let's move on. No, I'm just joking. All right, let's go into this.
A 3-time Grammy-winning Christian country darling of Nashville, Jelly Roll, threatened, stalked me, and planned to kill me. All over some YouTube clickbait rumors that turned out to not be true.
No. There we go. Sorry about that. I just realized it was clipping the crap out of it, so it is too loud. That's all probably copywritten. I'm not gonna do... Yep, not gonna... Okay. It's a gorgeous intro, But intros have burned me so bad in the past, so we're gonna get through this. I don't know if it's copywritten or not. Oh,
They'll take you out.
there we go.
It's tea time. I can't even believe this is.
Hey, correct. It is tea time. I got me some coffee brand coffee chai tea. You know what I mean? So cool. One of these days, maybe I'll get an affiliate link for that. I think I had one, but I never ever did advertise it because I just at the time I didn't have a very big channel, and I was like, what am I going to get, like $2 like a month from this or something like that, and just waste everyone's time advertising it? That wouldn't be good. I'd wait for like a much bigger audience, but if I did do that though, I'd make a very short ad because I don't think Jeremy would care how I sold it. All that matters is people click the affiliate link if I get one. So I don't know. It's one of those things I think about doing. But I promote his stuff for free because it tastes delicious, actually. Very good. I really recommend his chai tea. I haven't tried his other tea yet. I should do that. I'm so addicted to the chai tea. I don't know. My wife can't drink coffee anymore, so unfortunately she can't drink any more of his coffee. It's kind of a bummer. So there's that. Coffee is very much a histamine releaser, and that's what's causing a lot of her issues that we found out. So histamine's very bad. If you're ever in like a crazy amount of pain with an autoimmune issue and you don't know what's causing it, try cutting out everything with histamine, which means eat rice and beef. Literally. You can have pepper, salt, ginger, stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of things out there that'll say low histamine or it doesn't release histamine, and it's just a lie. Can't have anything at all with vinegar. So try this sauce called Cocoa Amino. It's like a sweet soy sauce you could put on your meat and rice, and it has zero histamines. It's amazing. So just give that a try. You know, just want to put that out there. If nothing else works for you, give that a try and just see what happens after like 2 weeks. Give it 2 weeks, 2 full weeks at least. If your pain goes away all of a sudden, mast cell. You're absolutely correct there, Erica. That's exactly what we're figuring out that it's getting tied to. All of this coming from, most likely, the shot. You know, the poke. The one that I ended up losing my job for because I refused to get. And my wife actually, you know, ended up going with it because she's a nurse. She was like, oh, I trust the science. And I was just very, very critical of it. But she's not in these loops, believe it or not. She doesn't like politics, so she does not want to hear it, you know? So I don't really talk much about it. That's just not what she's into. So I'm not going to force it upon her. But she made her decision on that, and it kind of seems like that's where it came from. So I don't know. We'll you know, we're getting all the work done we can on it, so there's that. But anyway, back to Nicole Arbour here.
This is a thing I have to do, but yeah. Today we finally talk about the cosplay Christian Jelly Roll and why him and his wife offered me a hush money deal that I declined. It is wild to me that I'm even doing this. I realize that a lot of people found me through these videos that didn't know me before, so hello people I have not met yet. This is an odd way to meet you, but hey, hello, how are you? My name is Nicole Arbour. I'm originally from Canada, and I've been in the entertainment industry pretty much my entire life.
That would have been a good time for her to say sorry. Perfect time. I'm Nicole Arbour, and I'm from Canada, and I'm sorry. There we go. Like, that's how every Canadian should literally just introduce themselves. You know what I mean? You're here, no notifications. That's probably because I made it past. I started this stream late. Sorry about that. I need to be on time better. But hey, wife cooked me up some steak. I couldn't say no. I'm not turning that down.
I started as like a tiny little child in professional musicals. Went to college for comedy performance and writing, was the captain of my dance team, 2-time national dance team champions. From there, ended up choreographing a bunch of award shows, professional dance teams. I got to work with NBA, NFL, and other professional cheer leagues. Do you remember that song Cheerleader? That, oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. That's Omi. I got
Never heard of it. But, I mean, is that shocking at all?
to choreograph for him, which was so much fun. And I think I did my first stand-up set when I was 18. I wanted to be a comedian since I first saw I Love Lucy. Well, there was like 2 major moments. I Love Lucy, the chocolate scene in the factory, and then Willy Wonka in the original when he did like the weird cripple walk out front and then the dive roll. Art. Just freaking art. Those of you from Canada might know me from Much Music. I was on our top comedy series called Video on Trial. For years, Playboy named me the world's sexiest comedian.
Okay, look, It's impressive. I get it. I get it. She's an actress and all that. She's proud of that stuff. It's not really stuff I'm watching this and I'm just like, I don't care about this level of pop culture at all. I don't like it. I'm a metal guy. I'm gonna try and just get through this. You know what I mean? Let's fast forward a little bit here. Did she? Okay, is she still going on about herself here?
Speak on some of the biggest business conference stages.
All right, we are still going over her accomplishments, which is fine. I'm just not into this stuff at all. I don't like it. You guys probably are into that. Here we go. Okay, it starts here. Does she have chapters? I don't see any on here, so maybe. Yeah, no. Dang. That's no big deal. I'm not gonna. I don't do chapters myself, so I won't hold anybody else to it. But anyway, here we go. Oh yeah, the breathing stuff. That's right. Is this like? Do you guys know who uses this effect? Is this like it's not Let's Read, is it? Or is it Lazy Masquerade? I always want to call him Lazy Ascrenade, but Lazy Masquerade. He's not lazy. He's anything but lazy. But yeah, B-Buster, whoever uses that sound effect.
So not long after being recruited to be a YouTuber, I was told by a YouTube agency that it would be very advantageous of me, aka cha-ching, cha-ching, if I would get into a fake relationship with another YouTuber. I had no idea, but that was a thing. Like agents and publicists will fake set people up just for...
Whoever gave her that advice is stupid. Never, ever. If you want to be successful as a woman on YouTube for the most part, or streaming or anything like that, and your whole shtick isn't like trad wife at all, never really a good idea to actually reveal that you're in a relationship on stream if you're a woman. Just, I don't know. Just is what it is. Now, if you are about that and you're proud of being, you know, who you're married to and all that and stuff like that, and you're not trying to be one of those, you know, thought streamers that is all about their looks and lets their stuff hang out and whatnot, you know what I mean? Then it's just one of those things. And maybe she wasn't. Maybe she's being very, very trad. But yeah, it's just like, is really being in a relationship with another YouTuber? I have never heard anybody actually be like, oh, that's a great thing, unless they were, you know, pretty honest, normal people. But most audience members for women, you know the type of dudes they are. Just they are the type of dudes that they are. You know what I mean? I'm not one of them. I don't follow people like that. You can go through. I have like all my subscriptions, I think, public anyway. I'll show you guys. I have so many insane channels I'm subscribed to. Like, let's see. No, show my. Is this the only way I could view my subscriber list? Are you kidding me? Like this? Good Lord, YouTube. Do you have a better thing? But yeah, anyway, you know, Destiny. I'm subscribed to Destiny, guys. Oh, no. I should probably just unsubscribe from him. I never watch any of his videos. Oh, no, I don't want all. Subscribe. I thought this was actually the Destiny channel for the Destiny game. Emily Hopkins is live. Okay. Forbes. Just another Matt. He's a cool dude. Love that guy. Shout out, Matt. Cool man. Right here. He's got 43,000 subs now. What the heck? You blew up. Holy crap, man. Congrats. Genuinely. Awesome, dude. Mr. Creepypasta, Nuclear Blast, you know, these metal guys. Paramount Tactical, Timcast. Oh, he's live right now. We're going to raid his stream afterwards then. That's what we're going to do. Why did Skids, you know? Too lazy to try all these people. Like, I could go to any, like, Burnt. Yeah, there's Edie. Jazza. Who's this guy? Oh, he's some musical theory guy. Oh. Huh. I'll have to check out what he does. Let's click on metal female singers. Oh, they only do shorts. That's right. Check that out. That's sick. RC Nightmare. Oh, that's the quartering. Dude, look at how many subscribers I have, though. I can't believe I landed on his channel. Bam. How about Takayoshi Omura? Awesome guitar player. Tim Pool. Unit 522. Weeboo Jones. Oh, wait. Does this person do anything anymore? 3 months ago? Huh. That was like an old acquaintance from back in the day. Dickie Dines. Everyone loves Dickie Dines. Anyway, that's just enough of that. Just pointing it out there. Why does Kids You Know? Dang right. They are the OGs. Like, absolutely amazing. In Derek Comedy? You know, in Derek Comedy, the black dude is what's his name? Bu- uh, what is he called? The great what is his name? Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. Comedy. What was his name? I can't think of his name. I can't find him either. Uh, oh man, that's gonna drive me absolutely crazy. Now, oh, the spelling bee thing. Okay, I can't remember his name. He's some like it's some famous guy. Oh well, I can't think of his name now. Whatever. He's very very famous. Bongino or something like that. Great Gambino or whatever his name is. I don't know. You guys will know what I'm talking about though.
For like fake relationships, kind of like what they do with every rom-com ever. Suddenly the actor and actress are flirting right when the film's about to come out. It's like, you guys do this every time. We know exactly what's happening. But I didn't know that's a thing. And against my own will, I was thrust into fake relationships online. They would just use my name in videos on social media, in things.
He's an art YouTube. That's right. He does the art. He like was reading the books and like getting their description and drawing exactly like the way they were, right? Okay, he's not a musical theory guy. The other, I follow like 8-bit music theory, and there's a piano guy that's really really cool, and I try to take his, stuff serious. I got me a full 88 key keyboard here. It's very, very long. Very, very long. It's full size, but it's just a MIDI controller. So I can put whatever I want through it. I could probably show you guys that later.
That never happened. They would call it clickbait. And the agents would say, oh, this is great. You're going to get tons of views. And I would say, that's my real name. You can't like use my real name if you want me to like play a character and pretend I'm dating somebody I'm not. But that's my real name. They're going to use you one way or another. You can either go along with how they're using you, or if you rebel and try and get out of the whole system, they're still going to use you. You're just not in on it anymore. So that one happened to me a bunch of times. I grew up in the Perez Hilton era, and I always thought it was disgusting. Like the way that Britney Spears was treated, and Christina Aguilera, and like Lindsay Lohan, and like all that stuff. I felt so bad. Like back when I was on our version.
I got to say, real talk though. Most comfortable chair I've ever sat in is a Chesterfield, and these Chesterfield like style chairs and couches are just awesome. They only come up to like the middle of your back. There's no like head support or anything, but the way it sits you in it is nice. But I would definitely do it in the tufted leather, the traditional way. Nice seat though. I just got to say, very comfortable looking. I would definitely love to do a setup like that, like right in front of my guitar wall or something. That'd be sick.
Of MTV in Canada, I felt so bad for talking shit about Fergie back in the day that when I met her, I went up to apologize to her. That's not what I've ever wanted to do, is be part of like the gossip things. Like I want to make the new Mary Poppins. I want to make feature films. I want to like have fun and make musicals. Like some of this is going to be embarrassing and I'm going to seem really naive. And I will just tell you right off the top, I had no idea what I was getting into and the lies and the...
This is some actress lady named Nicole Arbour. Look, don't worry. I don't know much about her either. I'm just now going over all these allegation videos of her and stuff and whatnot. The whole reason why I don't really know much about her though is just because I'm not a pop culture guy. Like I'm into some pop culture, but when it comes to pop culture of like music, I'm good. I like my folk metal. I like my metal music in general. I like classical music a lot. I'm a big Paganini fan. I really like modern day scoring and whatnot. I love Nobuo Uematsu, John Williams, people like that I listen to often, that's just kind of my vein of music. You know what I mean? I'm not a big like country guy or rap guy or pop music or anything. I'm into some kind of modern-y rock and roll, I guess you could say, or some radio rock, but if I want radio rock, I like very orchestrated type radio rock, like Soilwork is a great example. It's like if you were to put a big orchestra kind of, or like a symphony around, who's the band, like not Godsmack, but what was the band? Kai, if you're in chat, let me know what band you said again. Not Kill Switch Engage. Dang it. I can't think of it. It'll come up. If Kai's watching,
games and the schemes of people in the internet world or entertainment world.
No,
I
not
thought
Pantera.
if
I mean,
you
I love
work
Pantera,
hard and you're
but
good
they're
at your
not radio
craft
rock.
and you're good to people and you show up on time and I thought that that's what was
Like, they have
needed to succeed.
They have a radio rock song called Cemetery Gates, and sometimes they play a very censored version of Walk. But Pantera is not what I would call radio rock. Rhapsody of Fire is amazing. Christopher Lee did a lot with that band, which is awesome, which is why I bring up Christopher Lee as well. His band Charlemagne is awesome. His heavy metal Christmas album was awesome. That dude was 93 years old and pumping out metal music. And he was also Saruman in Lord of the Rings. He's Count Dooku in Star Wars. Don't even get me started on mentioning Rhapsody of Fire, Christopher Lee. This whole show will just be that.
Not fake relationships and backstabbing and cancel culture. I have medals for tap dancing. I'm not just like a YouTuber who causes shit. Like, don't get me wrong. I am definitely a shit disturber, and I will be disturbing all of the shit in this video because I am sick and tired of what's going on in the entertainment.
Ew, don't do that.
Industry, and that the scuzzy people have taken over. I am going to disturb that shit because it needs to be disturbed because I'm
I always make fun of wait, is it no, not Apocalyptica. Who's the band that goes the acapella one? I love Apocalyptica, but like, who is it's all acapella, and they were doing Battery, and the guys were just in the background going Batari, Batari, Batari. It just sounded like Beavis doing it in the background. It was very funny, but it was good. But whenever you just focused on that one part, it was like, Batari, Batari. It was very funny to hear.
Disturbed. Most women in the industry are disturbed. So yeah, we need to disturb some shit.
Okay, we don't have to disturb it. You don't got to poke it with a stick.
When I started getting success, I very quickly learned how dangerous the industry is and how fake it is. And when I say dangerous, I mean dangerous. Be it sex, be it clout, be it my audience from working with them. If you won't give these people what they want, they will take from you whatever they want. I had no idea that I would be pulled into people's fake soap operas because that's what they do. They invent drama and then they pull you into it and you're already in it. You don't even have a chance to say no thanks. They already used your name. And now you have to respond to the lies they just made up about you. And it's incredibly toxic. It's not just toxic, it's psychotic. The fake soap opera stories will be in my book one day. If you've followed me for a while, you've probably seen some of them, but I'll leave that for my one-day book. That's fun. Let's talk about my character flaws because I feel like I've sufficiently bragged on myself.
Look, I'm not trying to rag on Nicole Arbour too much here or anything like that, but we're 7 minutes in. 7 minutes, 15 seconds in, and we are still going over like, okay, let's go over me some more. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot to go over here, and I'd really like to get through to the meat of this, and somehow we're still just talking about her. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Coming into this industry, I was just like a stupid, nice Canadian. I'm from the land of good old boys. Everybody works hard and has their families and helps their friends and helps each other. We drink beer, laugh at inappropriate jokes, and listen to classic rock. We're not that complicated, but we have a lot of fun. I thought that everybody else was like us. Very.
Okay, I can get behind some classic rock. Can definitely do that. Give me some Rainbow. Give me some Dio anytime. Give me any type of Sabbath, stuff like that. Zeppelin, Deep Purple. I'm good with all that. That's some good stuff to me.
Naive. I also
Van Halen for sure, but I still don't count them as classic rock, even though they're pretty close.
So, massive character flaw. Going into the entertainment industry when I started doing well, I was just kind of dating like Make-A-Wish Foundation. You're not my type at all, but you really like me, and I should want someone that really likes me, and you're a fan, so that's good. Because that means you like what I'm doing. Don't date fans. Don't date fans. I didn't know not to date a fan until I dated a fan. I had a group of dudes who were super fans infiltrate my life one by one by one. Think of it like I was the Bachelorette and all the guys that I got rid of in round one became buddies, and then their sole target in life was to like take me down because I didn't give any of them a rose.
That makes sense.
That happened to me. Girls are like, oh, you got to date a man and marry a man who's obsessed with you. And I'm like, oh, he's obsessed with me. Like, I think he might want to wear my skin. Self-admitted, I've dated some amazing, super cool guys who are just like awesome. And I also dated this group of like just returned
Well, it couldn't have
food
been too
at
awesome
the
if you broke up with them. Why would you break up with them? Like, I dated guys that were just awesome. Well, I don't know. Didn't sound like that was that awesome if they dumped you, right? Like, I mean, or maybe she's flat out admitting it was a her problem. I don't know. I guess that's fair. Maybe I'm being a little mean about that because she could just be like, yeah, it was a me problem at the time. Then it's like, okay, well, never mind. Fair enough.
Restaurants. It almost felt like an experiment, you know? The conclusion is don't do it. Oh gosh. Horrible choice. Horrible choice.
Through this, please?
Character flaw. Thank God I have an amazing man now. Been together for a bunch of years and
Bunches.
yeah, he's just awesome. We're both each other's fans. So that works out well. He also had no idea what I did for a living when we met, so that was that was great.
You just said he was a fan. Right.
He thought I was an aspiring country singer
Skip
when
her
we
boring
met.
story. Where I don't. Okay, it all started in Nashville. Maybe. Okay, so she's put chapters in the video editing. She could just. I don't know if she took that much time. She could just add the chapters down in the description. It'll just do it. All you got to do is type in timestamp and put the name next to it, and then it just does it for you. So
Recording artist and online comedian that we're gonna.
I like both Van Hagar and Van Halen. So. You're not going to catch me choosing one over the other. They're both awesome. Dreams is a nostalgic song that was played at the end of the Power Rangers movie. So in 1995, when I was watching that, I was just a wee 3-year-old baby. That song was played to me almost every single night. So that's some Van Hagar. That's a core memory. I will defend it hardcore. Anyway, so yeah, there we go. Yeah, she did say she was a fan. Come on. Like, what happened here? Anyway, let's go.
Byron Downdevil. That's a great freaking fake name. Byron Downdevil reached out to me online. He was a really big fan, wanted to make a video with me. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Someone who worked at Facebook was like, yeah, you guys have similar audiences. It'd be great for you guys to collab. I'm like, cool. I shot a video at my house. He shot one at his. We edited it together. Audiences loved it. Awesome. Fast forward to 2020. He sees that I'm getting way more into music. Is like, yo, when are we finally going to music collab? Byron Downdevil seems to be killing it at music. He has a bunch of photos up with different plaques that he's won, and he's doing really well. And I'm like, well, heck yeah. He asked me to send in my demos for my upcoming album. I have videos of Byron Downdevil listening to those demos and loving them. And you should. They're amazing. And then early 2021, we planned for me to fly to Nashville and we would make music together. On account of the photo on his Instagram of him with his fiance, and the girl's like, I thought he had a fiance. And I was just going there to work. Some music for my album, some for yours, some duets. Like, let's see what we write. It was a writing trip. Very normal stuff. Our writing sessions are going great. We're making great songs. I'm having a great time. He's having a great time. Life is good. My second or third night in Nashville, a Canadian country singer, girl that I knew from online in the Canadian world, invited me to come out for a drink at Kid Rock's with her and some of her friends and her husband, who's also like a massive, super talented, amazing country singer. I didn't know who he was at the time, but I looked at his music after and it's like, he's really good. So I was like, hey, Downdevil, want to go? We were on the 3rd floor of Kid Rock's bar on Broadway. I have one drink, a Tito's and soda. That drink is handed to me from the waitress off of her tray. I have a couple sips. I give it to Byron Downdevil. I go to the washroom. I come back. I have a couple more.
This is her incident where she's getting apparently something slipped into her drink. Let's go here. Brookie Who says, Artie, this is the same Nicole I mentioned to you when we covered Candy and Blair and what she did to Nicole. I then was tagged you on Twitter about this Nicole Arbour exposing Candace. Glad you're covering it. Thank you so much for that. I think, I think this was you that I pulled up, right? So, yeah, no, thank you definitely for giving me the info. I do appreciate it. I can't remember exactly who, but I'm pretty, it was probably you. Yeah, I saw this and it's strange. I don't know about it yet. You know what I mean? She dropped a lot of stuff and it looks like the Candace stuff is definitely accurate, but I don't know how accurate it is for Jelly Roll yet. So we're going to watch through this and we're going to find out. For sure. She sued them. She's apparently got some restraining orders out that have been confirmed. She apparently was granted them, which is interesting, right? But yeah, Brookie, thank you so much for that 20. That is very, very nice of you. I just want to let you know that. Thank you for that. Yeah, guys, so She's got restraining orders that are active. That's not to say that judges, aren't bad, but it would, when you're that filthy stinking rich and you can afford to fight in court all day long, I don't see why a judge would rule in her favor and her get away with it without them being able to throw every single, law at this to get this exposed. Because if I'm very, very famous, right? And something like that happens to me, and I have billions of dollars. If a restraining order still went through, and I was like, hey, there is no proof I ever did anything, it would be on every national news station I could make sure my money could get to. You know what I'm saying? I would be like, hey, look at this. Here's all the evidence. I would get it everywhere plastered if I could. Imagine if Jelly Roll himself, or if Candace Owens, or not necessarily, because Candace Owens doesn't have a restraining order against her, but imagine if Jelly Roll and all of his buddies made a YouTube video. Do you think that YouTube video wouldn't have billions of views right now? You know what I mean? Apparently, this is 2023. I think she'll say in here. I don't want to give a definite year. We'll find out. I can't remember off the top of my head. I could probably look it up if she doesn't say at the end of this video.
More sips, and then we got to go because we're going back to Nose.
She said it all started in Nashville. When was this? Nashville. She said 2023 in here, actually, didn't she? I think I just did hear her say 2023, right? Something like that. We'll find out.
Video session. I don't know who did it, but I was roofied that night. And I knew what being roofied felt like because I had been roofied in the past, unfortunately. It's not like it wasn't a common occurrence in my life, but I worked.
Was it at a Diddy party?
Worked in entertainment and nightlife and live events my whole life. I threw up all over Down Devil sports car, like projectile, vomit. Very embarrassing. He totally took care of me, and I never said he didn't. I told him I don't want to go to the hospital. I've been roofied before. I know exactly what's going to happen. I just got to get to my hotel room. But he wanted to take me to the hospital. We go to this clinic like 40 minutes-ish outside of town in Ashland City, which was
interesting. So somehow he didn't actually sip into the drink? Why would he? If he actually did, I thought he was going to be the one who did it. Interesting. That's kind of wild, right? Huh.
Pretty far from where we were because I was staying in the Gulch. He seems to be very confused as to what happened when we went to that emergency room, but even though I was roofied, I'm not. I was roofied. And the nurse said I was roofied. And as I already knew, they can't do anything when you're roofied. They just gave me an IV and then they tested me for drugs. Not roofies, just drugs. Marijuana and cocaine and meth and I think 2 others. They did a drug panel on me. And that drug panel came back clean on account of me not doing drugs. However, I think that Down Devil has a little sordid memory on this one. They didn't test me for roofies because they can't test me for roofies. Let's consult this recorded conversation with the TriStar Medical Clinic on the topic.
Thank you, TriStar.
I wonder why they don't, though, because it's not that they can't test for them. It's that it's a very, very sensitive test, and it's got like a high metabolic rate or something like that, so it breaks down really, really quickly. It's interesting. So I guess he was the one who did it then? But why did he drive her to the hospital? You know what I mean? Like, why not just be like, hey, well, maybe it's because at that point he realized she would remember? She would be like, hey, I know what's going on right now. And if he's like, well, if I take her because it's just me and her together, she's going to know what's up and she's going to squeal. You know what I mean? And now she's going to be like, I asked him to take me to the hospital and she's going to be able to recant that he did not and refused. So there is that. Why drive so far as well? Probably trying to wait for him to kick in or something to see where he's at. I don't know.
Ashland City Medical Center. Hi, Ashland City. Can I help you?
Hi there. I was just wondering if you guys have the ability to test for roofies if a girl thought they were roofied.
We can do a regular 5-panel drug screen here in our ER. Anything else would be a send out for us.
Okay. And do most things usually show up on that 5-panel?
I can tell you we can test for opiates, amphetamines, marijuana, cocaine.
Okay, but not like Rohypnol or that kind of stuff, GHB?
No, ma'am, not that I'm aware of. I'm not sure of anyone that can do that, like in their ER.
You hear that nurse in the background? That's actually how nursing is. Get back in your bed. No, and, and then it's a fight. That's great. That's the legit side of nursing. That's hilarious. Why were they at a TriStar, though, medical center? Interesting. That's a very small hospital to be having that situation go on. That's for sure. GHP, right? Who can test for GHP? Oh, it's GHB, my bad. Special rapid or laboratory-based technology test because it's not included. Yeah. Why don't most medical centers have tests for GHB? Wouldn't that be just like, what's the issue for that? Why is that? They do not routinely test for gamma hydroxy booty rate. My bad, it's hydroxy booty rate. Nice. I like that. The way I said it too is way better. So we're going with that. Gamma hydroxy booty rate. Because it is rapidly eliminated from the body, making it difficult to detect, and because standard hospital drug screenings only cover a limited... Yeah, well, duh. I asked why, not because, they do. That's not even an answer. Extremely short detection window. Okay. It is generally only detectable in blood for 4 to 8 hours. But if you're in the middle of having the effects take in, chances are you're probably within the time. You know what I mean? By the time a patient presents at the emergency, the substance may be gone. Okay, so why don't they have the test? Not part of routine toxicology screens. Why? High cost and lack of specialized equipment. That's why. Okay. Okay. Well, that sucks. Just we don't make enough money for it, so we're not going to do it at all. Man, hospitals really they don't waste a dime, do they?
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
That
I understand. God bless. You guys do great work. Okay, thank you.
There's 2 reasons that I've learned most hospitals in Nashville do not test for roofies. Reason the first, they don't want stats of people getting roofied. If they don't have the tests, then there's no stats. People are getting roofied at an alarming rate in Nashville.
So there's been a ton of reports of people being roofied in Nashville.
I'm pretty sure I got roofied. I don't remember any of it.
I got roofied on my birthday.
If you feel like you've been roofied, leave.
That's his story sounds like it ends with his friends doing something crazy though. He didn't seem like he was that upset about it. Just pointing that out there, it sounded like they cut that off because he was going to go into a crazy story about them tying him upside down to a tree or something like that. You know what I mean? Just pointing it out there. He may have a legit story. Just the way he delivered that. Sorry. Just going to assume, man.
I have been this word. I've
That
twice
word?
now at Miranda Lambert's on Broadway.
The fact that this happened to thousands of people in this comment section, you guys, I am shook. I did not realize this was happening as much on Broadway in Nashville as it is.
Alarming rate. And it's a tourist town. If they want tourists to keep coming, they can't have this giant stat of how many people are actually getting roofied there every month. So they just don't test. It's stat manipulation, kind of like with COVID.
With the hospitals, there seems to be an issue where not all of the hospitals want to test for people who come in and feel like they've been drugged or roofied.
And number 2, when you don't know what you're testing for, you don't know what to test for. Are we testing for Rohypnol? Are we testing for GHB? There just isn't like a one-size-fits-all.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know that there was I knew there was multiple ones you could technically use, but I didn't know there were multiple rapid metabolizing ones or something like that. You know what I mean? So that is interesting. Loyal, you don't know the term. Essentially, it's you know what it is. You know what it is. It's when a dude slips something into a woman's drink. So that's what the term means, pretty much. I think you can guess from there probably what happens.
Roofie test right now. So I was roofied that night and it sucked. Byron Downdevil took me back to my hotel. He sat on the floor until I fell asleep, and he left like a gentleman. Contrary to some clickbait on the internet, that's all I ever said happened that night.
That you know of, though, right? Right? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe maybe he didn't do anything then. I don't know. Stop leading me on. Like, I'm trying to pay attention to all this, and you're so confusing, lady. You know what I mean? First I think he did it. Then it's like comes out, okay, maybe he didn't. And then she's like, oh, he really didn't. And then maybe he did. I don't know. This is wild. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm getting an important phone call from someone. Okay, got that squared away. No big deal. Sorry about that, guys.
There was no essay, there was no assault, there was no graping going on. Like, it didn't happen. I've never said it happened. So who made up and spread those stories? Boom.
All right. That was
long story short, making music with Byron was...
I have no idea, like, why we went through that. Maybe it'll be important later, but that was, okay.
Going great. I was super excited about some of the music, shot some music video stuff for some of the songs. It was awesome. Unfortunately, it turned into a situation where someone had some feelings, someone maybe didn't have the same kind of feelings and tried to back away politely. The other person's feelings were very hurt. Punishment to me for hurting their feelings, they decided that I would become their new clickbait scam. I woke up one day and I'm suddenly in a new soap opera that I did not sign up for. The story that he made up is that I stole his wallet. He knows I didn't steal his wallet. He left it in my guest bathroom. It was one of those things where it's like, if you won't give me what I want, then I'm going to take what I want. We both had about the same size following, by the way. That's like another thing people get wrong with these stories. His whole team and his mother are in on the scheme because this is what they do constantly. He's made millions of dollars off of clickbait. Like, just the other day, he lied to his audience about going to court and then later was like, I was just trolling. Like, this is part of this guy's brand, is just making shit up and calling it trolling. It's how he makes money. Within a few hours, the police were called on me for not giving back his wallet. They were allegedly told that I'm a super fan of his and just wanted to see him. Cruisers and like a TMZ style camera person were in front of my place. I'm not special in this. It was a total setup in the same way that Britney Spears being arrested for a DUI was a setup. Oh, it's a DUI, but she blew under. Oh, she had drugs, but it was her prescribed Adderall. Oh.
Why would police ever show up at somebody's house to retrieve a wallet inside of that house without having any proof that that wallet was ever there like that? Like, and not like if the police came into, like, how did that happen? How in the world did that situation take place? Do you guys see how that's weird? Guy calls about the police. Lady stole my wallet. They just show up to the property? Like, I don't know. How would that have took place? I guess maybe if, I think one way it could have taken place, maybe, is if he was like, hey, I left my wallet in there, but she refuses to give it back. You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess the cops could be in your pocket. That's one way for sure. I'm just trying to talk like in a practical way where, I don't know, without any like special privileges or anything like that. You know what I mean? She didn't say. I don't think she said whose wallet it was. She hasn't said that yet. But at the end of the day, I guess that probably that'll change my opinion. Well, I don't know. Giving the benefit of the doubt, though, I don't see how he could have told the police that and them show up.
Oh, I stole a wallet, but you left it at my house. I won't give it back, and you need to do YouTube videos about it for days and rile up your audience. But you already had it. Off of all the views and clicks that he created off this fake story, he launched his album, which featured Jelly Roll. So now I'm by myself in Nashville with hundreds of death threats
So it's not Jelly Roll, it's somebody who was involved with Jelly Roll.
Coming at me. I have to have security to walk anywhere. There's a gang
No idea who that is.
member rallying people to come get me on behalf of his friend. I have people in the industry being like, Nicole, the news cycle is short. It's only going to last a couple weeks and then everything will go down and everybody will forget. They didn't forget. So Jelly Roll and Down Devil are making a ton of money off this story. They're getting views, they're getting clicks, they're getting streams. I'm getting no sleep and having to go to the police. There's hundreds of videos and posts made about me and this completely fake story. The death threats were so bad and vile and scary and knew where I was that I had to go to the police. The police were like, you gave the wallet back. Ask him to stop saying this. I'm like, you think I haven't been asking him?
Would police actually suggest that if they did? I mean, I don't know where, this is Nashville. I don't know what Nashville cops are like. Are Nashville cops like that? Like, hey, someone's threatening you, well, ask them to stop it. You stop it. Is that really how that goes down? You know what I mean?
To stop. It really seemed like Jelly Roll's crew got off on the idea that I was terrified. Prior to this, I had all the freedom of a normal human being in the world. And then suddenly I had to have private hired security guards armed with AR-15s walking around with me because which I had to pay for because people were going to kill me based on lies that were created to help promote Jelly Roll and his friends' music. Just as things online are slightly starting to calm down and I'm like, okay, I can breathe. I survived that. I got through it. Here comes Bunny. Boom. Nicole, did you know Jelly Roll? No, I didn't know Jelly Roll. I met Jelly Roll for probably less than 2 minutes in passing when I went to do his wife's podcast. She had reached out to me, asked me to be on her podcast. I'd never heard of her. I'd never heard of her husband. Didn't know who they were. To be super specific, because these details matter, they had a much smaller following than me. I was told Jelly Roll and his wife are very Nashville and they'll promote our singles when they come out and we're going to promote theirs. And I'm like, oh, go team. Cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll come on your podcast. Stupid Canadian. I didn't even really look it up before because I was so busy. So I get to her podcast studio. Jelly Roll greets me at the door. He's a huge fan of mine, wants to give.
Well, of course, a screen door on a submarine has more logic to it than Candace Owens. Have you ever heard of Flex Seal? Putting that out there.
Me a big hug. He's like, oh, welcome to Nashville. Gosh, I've been following you for years. I'm such a big fan. That was it. I'm like, oh, friendly, cool. I go to do his wife's podcast. So she asks me before we start the podcast if we can talk about Down Devil saving me from being roofied.
There's one thing I'm going to look up.
A couple nights ago. I was like, yeah, that's a great story. I'm happy to share that. Wait a minute. How did you know that I was roofied, Bunny? How'd you know? I didn't tell you. Apparently you hadn't been talking to Down Devil. Who told you that I had been roofied, Bunny? Good question, right? Boom. I do this podcast and she's totally bottom of the barrel, salacious, hooker porn host. Oh, what's this guy's dick look like? Did you bang this person? Like, her target audience is the lowest common denominator of society. Not long after my episode, she hosted the Whore Olympics on her show where she had women spread their legs and jam the biggest object they could into their vaginas.
Okay. All right. Did we have to hear that? Great. You know, and this is what I was looking up to, why Bunny XO actually quit her OF. Listen to this quote real quick, because I typed it in there. I was like, I heard somebody say that she was doing OF, and I was like, that's a little weird. That'd be a little off-brand for Jelly Roll, right? Because he's like super Christian and stuff. When I married Jay, who's Jelly Roll, I refused to give up my independence and rely solely on him. She shared, noting that he has always worked and made her own money, that she has always worked and made her own money. He knew how important it was to me to make my own money, but he did always say, one day, baby, you won't have to do this anymore. And that's specifically referring to her OF. One day you won't have to do this anymore? That's a fishy way to like word that, isn't it? Isn't that a little nuts? Also, she looks fake. Like, I'm not into this. I'm not, it looks literally robotic. Like, I just can't get into the whole Kim Kardashian look. It's like, what are they doing? Sticking plastic plates underneath their faces and stuff? I'm not calling her ugly, but I'm just saying I can tell when work has been done. And it just doesn't, I don't like it. I don't like any women who have work done to it unless it was like for a physical reason, like a medical reason, not a aesthetics reason. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just doesn't look good in my opinion. I don't like it.
And whoever did that, proving that they don't know their father, won. But that's her thing and that's her audience. And I was polite and I did the show and it is what it is. After the show, she's like, you're hilarious. We should be friends. Let's go for lunch. And I'm like, yeah, I'm down. Because I was too friendly. I should have had a boundary. I should have been like, you know, Whore Olympics, porn, escorting, all this shit. That is not my brand. That is not what I want to be around. No. You know, sometimes I'll hear that old thing like, oh, Jesus hung with all these people. No, he didn't. Jesus hung with hookers and people who stole and whatever in order to lead them the right way. You can't just meet them at where they are and hang out in that sludge. And that's what that felt like, was hanging out in the sludge. Don't play in the sludge to be polite. It's not polite to you. March 14th, 2021, as the story of the fake stolen wallet begins to simmer online, and I'm like, okay, I survived that one. I can hopefully go back to normal life and all these crazies will stop saying they're going to kill me, and whew, I'm out of the woods. Jelly Roll's wife, Bunny, suddenly posted that I had accused their friend of drugging and raping me on her podcast, which she can no longer post. She made her audience think I said that on her podcast, and I instantly DM'd her and said, I never said that. She didn't care. She didn't care. She was making clickbait. The first round of clickbait went so well that they were trying to use me again with some other made up bullshit. I'm getting mad. Post where I was talking about SA that did happen to me in the past, she decided.
Well, I mean, she literally shows receipts here, and yeah, I'd be mad too if I were in a position. For sure. I think that's fair. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that's that she's being unreasonable here? That Nicole Arbour's being unreasonable, or so far are we in agreement? Because I think it's reasonable what she did. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know.
Decided that it was about her friend, even after I told her it wasn't. And that bitch ran with that story. She reverse Me Too'd me. She reverse Me Too'd me.
She reverse Me Too'd me.
Boom. Okay.
A fan had said to me that Jelly Roll and Bunny remind her of like Paul Bernardo and Carla Homolka. They're serial killers that raped women and then killed them together. And I agree. I agree. There's a level of sinister and abuse and just filth. And it's just disgusting, the messages that Bunny was sending me. She knew she made that lie up. And she was mocking me for the lie that she made up. Hey, you said you were raped and now you're saying you're not. That is so weird. I never said he raped me. That didn't happen. Hey, mama, I don't know. This is getting messy. I've never said that man raped me and it didn't happen. Please keep in mind, I don't know this chick. I met her for a podcast for like an hour. That's it of my whole life. Her husband, Jelly Roll.
1 second, guys. Whew, sorry about that. Kids threw something down the stairs, and that did not sound good, but it was fine. Apparently, yeah, basketball.
Less than 5 minutes. Now Bunny's making it go viral that I said I was raped and roofied by their friend. They invent stories for attention.
Clear?
I've never in my life encountered a woman as evil as Alyssa DeFord. She's like, oh, okay. This is the same girl that stole the wallet. I went from 100 death threats to thousands of death threats. I was suddenly enemy number one for men who have had false allegations against them. Except I had never made an allegation. I messaged Bunny. I'm like, hey, I'd really prefer if nothing about any of these guys are in the podcast we did because it would be really out of context now. She said she's going to do whatever her husband says because those guys are friends with her husband. And then taunts me with kiss emojis. There is no exaggeration when I say tens of thousands of hate messages.
Wow, yeah. That's one for sure. Better pack up and go, BITCH. You think we give an F about a piece of paper? Okay. You can come and get it, but don't worry, we got our eyes on you. Wow. And this is from some lady that has a kid right down here. That's wild.
Comments, death threats, violence threats, hunting me, finding my address, phone hacked, computer hacked, banking hacked, Facebook fan page.
These look like Taylor Swift fans. Like, come on. Like, people are people really that crazy about the people they listen to here that are mediocre? You know what I mean? Like, good Lord, who cares? Like, this is just way too much.
Hacked All of these things happened. They were going to slice me into pieces. Oh, saying these things out loud is really disturbing. They were going to slice me into pieces and scatter those pieces so that they could never find my remains. I wasn't getting like one message like this. I was getting tons. These people knew where I banked, where I got my hair done, where I went. Like they were clearly finding me. Hunting Nicole turned into like an online game apparently driven by Bunny. I had to go to the
Wait, Bunny calls everyone mama? That's weird.
police because of all the threats I was getting, and police referred me to victim services because they couldn't keep me safe. Oh my gosh, I don't want to get emotional. I'm so like... It's very traumatizing. I'm talking like a thriller movie. I had to be relocated for my safety and put into hiding so I wasn't murdered by people who were believing lies that Bunny created. Boom. March 18th, 2021, I had to get a temporary order of protection against Down Devil to try and make him stop what he was doing. Victim services took my phone and were looking through it, and they had tears in their eyes, and they're like, "You're in danger." I'm like, "I'm in danger." All I had done was gone on a podcast and not dated someone. Bunny and Jelly Roll have a crew of harassers. These are people with violent histories, mugshots, been to jail, gang affiliated, that will do the bidding of Jelly Roll and Bunny. These guys were reposting everything and inventing new lies about me all day, every day. Bunny's friend called ICE on me last week, by the way.
They called ICE on her? That's amazing. That's actually just funny. I don't know why that makes me laugh. But to call ICE on somebody when, like, they actually have all their paperwork in order. You know what I mean? Like, what did they think was going to happen? Obvious. Like, why is ICE not investigating these people at this point then? You know what I mean? Like, they can't be part of this gang. I wouldn't think that ICE would be part of this gang, right? That would be crazy. That wouldn't make sense. So they should probably start investigating all this and get the FBI involved, maybe. I don't know.
Just want to make sure that's in there. Jelly Roll used the story and momentum of me having to get an order of protection as a way to launch a single that had already been out, didn't do well, but now with all this invented scandal they created, they relaunched it. That was in March. A month later, Bunny was still posting about me online. I had asked Bunny over and over to just please stop posting anything about my personal life online. I don't know you. She would take those screenshots and send them to these men with multiple restraining orders for doing horrific things to women. And then those men...
If you can prove that, you can literally prove that she was literally like aiding and abetting like people that are after you and knowingly are collecting information on you, which they can't have. They're not supposed to have information on you. They're not supposed to receive that. And if they are receiving essentially communications from you, they are violating their restraining order. And it makes, you know, Bunny here, Bunny XO, also liable for that. So she could literally like actually get her like charged. Just depends on the county and all that stuff. But I mean, hey, if they don't go forward with charges, appeal, get it up to a higher court, stuff like that, and eventually maybe it gets to the FBI. File a claim with the FBI too, you know what I mean? That's what I would do.
Would repost them. She's a horror movie level psychopath, and if you told me you found a bunch of young women locked in her basement tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised. If a girl said to me, "Please don't post that, that's really scaring me," I'd be like, "All right, of course." I would not post something that's going to scare a woman. No. Bunny and her abusive man friend starts selling merchandise, mocking me. My thing since high school has been Go Team. It's hashtag Go Team. I can cheer for you because I know I'm awesome too. Everything's better when we work together. It's a positivity and motivation movement. This woman starts selling Go Tee and Ho Team merchandise. Go Tee and Ho Team merchandise went on sale to mock me and fake survivors of abuse that never happened. Items included
I mean, look, I would not care about anybody trying to make like some sort of parody of you or anything like that. That's something that you just need to look away from and let it, you know, roll. People are going to make fun of you one way or the other. It's not going to matter, even if it's over a crappy situation. Those situations are never, ever, ever worth getting into. Just let them run their course. If you don't mind it, it goes away. The more you push back on it, the more they are going to play in the Streisand effect. They love the Streisand effect. They're going to do it. Don't play into it. It's the best thing ever. You see people making fun of you, just go ahead and look the other way. That's the best advice I think anybody can get. There's nothing you're going to be able to do to combat humor. Because then people are going to think you're a joke Nazi. That's just going to happen. That's just facts.
T-shirts and mugs. They spread that I was never in a car accident, that I had a fake passport, I don't have US paperwork, and I'm in America illegally. That's when I heard from Andrew Bayless, who was a producer I was working with at the time. We did the song Biddy Bum together, and then he was going to produce the rest of my rock album. Turns out Jelly Roll had given him a call, and he's not allowed to work with me anymore. My corporate clients started getting messages about these fake rape allegations. So did anybody who worked with me or had me on their show. Oh, don't worry, we're getting to the part where Jelly Roll's going to kill me. They made posts celebrating as I lost followers. I lost hundreds of thousands of followers because of this fake rape scandal. And I said not a word. I was told by the police and victim services and the other victim services and lawyers not to say a word. We can't keep you safe if you engage with this because it might just rile everyone.
Doesn't mean you can't come up and clear your name, though, and just be like, look, I never did any of this stuff. That's all I'm going to say. I'm in contact with police. I'm in contact with my attorney. I am maintaining my innocence. I never did this, and you can go try to find me an instance where I said this. Leave it at that. Probably would have saved you a lot of time. I understand you were probably trying to do the right thing by listening to attorneys and police and stuff like that and say not engage with all that stuff. But if it's starting to affect you online, if you're losing followers, you might as well just go ahead and come out and, tell the truth. At least to the most, how would I put it? Give the least amount of information as you possibly can in that situation. Be like, I can't talk now. I was advised by my attorney not to. Or police, but I am here to tell you I am 100% innocent. I dare you to try and even find a text message of me saying something like that. I never said that. End it there. You know what I mean?
Everybody up even more. And by the time we get to the judge, we want to be able to show him this is serious. This isn't some YouTuber drama. So I didn't say a word. And they just kept pummeling me with fake thing after fake thing after fake thing. And the more scared they thought I was, the more they would go again. That's about the time that Bunny told her audience she refuses to air the episode with me on account of the fake charges. Her and her friends posted about me up to 600 times a day. Victim services then helped me get a restraining order against Down Devil and that group of Bunny's friends who were working as a coordinated smear campaign team. The judge told them not to post about me anymore and just leave me alone. They ignored it instantly. This is around the time I started getting treatment for severe PTSD. PTSD, 0 out of 10.
We'll see if we can make it to episode 3 tonight. I bet we don't. We're probably going to make it through this episode here. We're probably going to make it through episode 2, maybe part of episode 2, and then we'll go at least through part of episode 2 tomorrow to episode 3. So we're going to do this tonight and tomorrow night. And maybe even on Friday night we'll cover some of this too. We'll see about that. But you never hear about Dave Mustaine doing anything like this. I wonder why. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Dave Mustaine, though, does have one of the greatest guitarists in the world right now in his band, Timu Madiansi. Madiansi, is that how you pronounce his last name? Of Winter Sun, my all-time favorite band. He's now in Megadeth. And it is Winter Sun solos on a Megadeth album, and it sounds incredible. I am going to work on covering one of those songs, at least the solo. Maybe I'll cover the full song on my music channel at some point. We'll see.
Recommend PTSD. It was a lot of shaking, no sleeping, slurring my words, couldn't talk, violent visions, constant flashbacks, hypervigilance. I could see people like coming to murder me constantly. I thought I was going to die constantly because they made me feel like I was going to die constantly. Welcome back to Jelly Roll. The beloved fake Christian was going to murder me for a fake social media post. We're getting to that. Jelly Roll's violent criminal friends were waiting out front of my house starting at like 5 a.m. on the day I had to go to court. The police had to be called and escort me to court.
Now, it's tough to say. Yes, we see that she is definitely going to court. I don't know who the people are outside of here. Unfortunately, I can't tell you. I don't know. Okay. Actually, you know what? I should probably just do full screen. For now. Wait. This is a lot closer. Yeah, let's do full screen. Oh. Oh, well, let me do that. Will it? Oh, wait. No. Hold on. Control. Oh, okay. Apparently not on. There we go. Oh, what is happening? Wow, do I really have it like that? Wow. So, why do I have my screen? Sorry, I just want to make this a lot more easily visible, not so cropped. Still gonna not fit all the way. And bam. There we go. All right.
And escort me to court because Jelly Roll had his gangbanger friends outside waiting for me. And here comes Candace Owens.
Boom. Here we go. Here's the Candy Crew.
Here's some tea for you guys. Candace Owens was a big fan of mine and interviewed me on her show back on like PragerU.
So my next guest needs no introduction. You probably know her from the internet. She is a stand-up comedian. Nicole Arbour, welcome to the Candace Owens Show.
Thank you for having me.
Do you know what I love about you?
Tell me.
Maybe I was in college, you'd make all these Dear This People videos and it went viral. You were kind of like the first internet breakout star. Then you did this horrible thing.
I know, I told the truth.
You told the truth.
Oh,
and
gosh.
the rule number one on the internet, if you want to survive, is to never tell the truth.
I absolutely love hearing that from Candace Owens' mouth. It's just like candy. You know what I mean? It's like ear candy. You know? Yeah, just wonderful. Let's just marinate in that for a second. You know what I mean? Never tell the truth on the internet. Candace Owens. Candace Browens. I'm not checking the package.
And then when she had her first book, she sent it to me and was like, you're my inspiration. And she was like, Nicole, how do you keep going viral? You just like say the opposite of what everybody thinks. I'm like, no, I'm not just being a contrarian and saying like the opposite of what everybody thinks. I'm telling the truth. But she didn't seem too interested in the truth that Candace.
Well, that does sound like something Candace Owens would do. Is just be a contrarian to everything people say. And then that keeps you just in the limelight. And it's like, oh yeah? Yeah, that sounds like it. That sounds about right.
Owens. I would have considered her like a work friend at the time. We had a bunch of conversations. I was helping her create her show. Her show was originally supposed to be like The View, but with people who...
I'm not passing any judgment. I'm watching them live right now. Full thing. I'll be watching episode 2 with you guys, and then we're going to go through episode 3 as well. So, I mean, there's no judgment. I'm just, going through all this stuff for the most part. Oh, you're talking to Barbecue. Never mind. My bad. Barbecue. Where's Barbecue at? She has taken so many men to court, it's unreal. She's lost quite a few of them. If she's lost a few of them, I'll look into it. I'm not, like I said, not passing judgment one way or the other. We'll look at it. Maybe so, wife, mommy. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll look through all of this stuff and we'll put all the pieces together. Don't worry, we're just going through bits and pieces. You know what I mean? So, same thing applies to Barbecue there. Not passing any judgment yet. Just going through all of it. We're going to go through episode 1, 2, and 3, and then after that, well, just remind me, like, some people should remind me, y'all are in here. We'll get to it. We're going to see how many court cases she's failed at, how many, what they've been turned over for, what all's going on, if she's actually lost. Well, we'll see. We'll see. This will be a fun little rabbit hole for us all to jump in, I think. We'll just have a good time.
Aren't just like super liberal. So I was supposed to be one of those people. And then at the last second, she was like, oh, Daily Wire decided that it's just going to be my show, but we're still going to have a panel and I want you to be like a regular guest on the panel. I was like, I'm there. I was on the first episode. My second episode, I was supposed to come on there and talk about cancel culture because I'm like, not about it. She was all like, cancel Chrissy Teigen. And I'm like, let the market decide. You don't have to cancel her. We could see her behavior and decide we don't want to buy anything. Candace's ego can't handle any pushback.
I should look back on the Chrissy Teigen thing. What was the reason why were people trying to cancel Chrissy Teigen? What was it about? May 2021, primarily due to resurfaced allegation of past cyberbullying. She sent cruel messages to other people online, telling then teenager to telling a teenager to, just, I don't know. It's kind of funny. It's edgy. I don't know. I guess, do people have a problem with it or not? I wouldn't buy her stuff after that, but at the end of the day, I don't know. Teenager probably shouldn't have been online in that situation either. Bad parents. I don't know. Everyone's an idiot in that situation, I guess.
Whatsoever. On any topic. Candace had heard rumblings that Daily Wire was going to give me my own.
I believe you mean Teigen is a bully.
Show. She didn't want any competition, so she wanted to take me out. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. So I'm on Candace's show, and I'm clearly owning her on this debate.
We've all seen the movie Mean Girls. You cannot out-mean the Mean Girls. I don't like that you have used your audience to engage in cancel culture. Can we call people out? Yes.
You consider this as cancellation because I don't. What I'm saying
the hashtag cancel Chrissy. Yeah, it is the opposite of everything you say you stand for.
So she flips the show into a gotcha moment about women who falsely accuse men. And she starts rattling off the names of these violent stalkers.
Yeah, so I mean, essentially what you experienced there was you made Candace mad, and then she started, figuratively speaking, grabbing kitchen plates and throwing them at you. She didn't care that it was going to hurt you or anything like that. She just started chucking, you know what I mean? It's kind of Candace Owens' thing.
Who have restraining orders against them, who are just crazy people, whatever it is, and repeating all the lies that Bunny made up to a studio audience. I was like, I can't talk about this.
Oh, really? Chrissy Teigen was part of the Diddy family too? Wow. I actually really don't know much about that. You know. Yeah.
I think what you just did is disgusting. You just took something personal and private that I've talked to you about.
It's not private. It's all over the internet. What are you talking about? I'm sure that in the post she doesn't say that we didn't give her a platform to say
Great, I will take the platform. Okay. Unfortunately, being a person in the spotlight, I've had some stalkers. And right now, some of those stalkers, you just named them. I have a restraining order against those stalkers. Those stalkers are prohibited from talking about me further because they've done so many crazy things and made up so much stuff, which is why there's a restraining order, which is why they had to pull down other videos. They were using my name and they made things up. You bringing those up still up.
Candace Owens definitely knew what was public and what was not public. There is no doubt about that. Candace Owens is a quote-unquote journalist. You know what I mean? To a degree. She is a talk show host. She shares some of the same responsibilities as journalists in general. When people are interviewed, why did Candace Owens feel the need to bring up those people's names? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of wild to do right there on a live show. You know what I mean? So anyway, it's, I clowned on you a little bit, Candace. And then Candace Owens goes, okay, well, here's an unrelated case. You're a B word. And here's stuff that had nothing to do with what I was talking about. Just crazy, right? So, you know, there is that. Already, Nicole brings some amazing stuff to those 3 videos. You're going to love it. Heck yeah, we're going to see for sure. It's a dark satanic. Yeah. No, I mean, for sure. I know about that aspect of it. I just don't follow, I don't listen to Diddy's music. You know what I mean? I don't listen to rap. I don't listen to R&B, really. I don't listen to stuff like that, really. It's just not my thing. I like different music, you know?
I think the videos are not up. You doing this right now has nothing to do with the point, but everything to do with you. And you're being mad at me because I just...
Yeah, she argues like Destiny here. It's crazy. Candace Owens, the leftist, argues like Destiny.
Agree with you.
Now, I had already talked to Candace about this in private, and she knew how terrified I was of this situation. These guys were psycho stalkers who said they weren't going to stop until I killed myself or somebody else killed me. So much fun. This story's so much fun for me to tell. After the Daily Wire saw I do in fact have a restraining order against those guys, and they're not stupid people, and I told Jeremy, I am very scared.
Good night, Haley. Hope you had a good time here. Thank you for coming.
This is terrifying for me. You're not supposed to mention stalkers on a national TV show. What is wrong with you? The Daily Wire agrees not to air that part of the segment, but in exchange, they're going to make it seem like I stormed off the show. Come on, Nicole, we need a hook. So to keep myself safe, I had to let them pretend in the edit that I had stormed off the show.
Now, she shows very, very good proof of this. And what's funny, I love how there's a free Palestine here. What an absolute precursor. Because at this point in time, Candace Owens was supporting Israel. What an absolute, strange thing to just have pop up right here. What a coincidence, right? That is absolutely wild. It's so funny to me. Just a free Palestine thing right there.
Talking about Nicole Arbour, there's a huge walk-off tonight. If you guys are Daily Wire members, you're going to see it. dailywire.com/subscribe. By the way, the discount, if you're subscribing to Daily Wire, is Chrissy. I think I'm so funny. To get 20% off or whatever if you're going to subscribe. Nicole Arbour did this huge walk-off after she created the entire drama. Girls need to support girls, and oh my God, go team, and oh my God, team. We all need to just be out there supporting each other. She does a massive walk-off tonight. We are going to have to just piece it in, basically a disclaimer to tell you guys she said some stuff that she wanted pulled out. And again, my personal perspective is because what she was saying were pathological lies, and it would have created trouble for her.
Okay, Nicole, you just had your exit. You said Kate, your sayonara. We got to move on with this.
I mean, listen to that. It's wild.
Can you guys pause for a second?
Yeah.
Sweet, thank you. I have back surgery a week ago. It takes me a second. Sweet. Thank you so much for having me on.
In real time, while I was on that show, Candace's manager, allegedly this is who did it, Candace's manager was filming and live streaming for my stalkers and giving them the footage of me in real time. Not only did she give this men who said they're going to kill me my exact location.
So it's almost like a setup is what she's saying. Now, I don't have any proof that they were live streaming to those people. So hopefully there's evidence to back that up. But if that actually did happen, that would have been a setup the whole time, and Candace Owens would have been in on it. That would be nuts, right? That'd be absolutely nuts.
In real time and showed them what I was wearing so they can identify me easily. She gave them this footage of Candace shouting out these known violent to women men, stalkers. Those guys had it online in 30 seconds. Bunny was resharing it. They had a whole new storyline. Look, Candace got her. I had given my address.
Well, I guess there's a online trail if Bunny uploaded it, so yeah, there's that. I'll double check and see.
Address to Daily Wire because they send a car service to bring you to the show. Someone from Candace's camp gave my address from that piece of paper directly to the stalker crew who had it online in about 5 minutes. So I had to move again. Now the show airs and people think I stormed out of Candace's show because I couldn't debate her, which that really pissed me off. That was the time I almost broke and was like, okay, I don't care about the judge. I don't care. I got to tell the truth here. This is insane. I tell the truth for a living. That's how I'm funny. That's what I do. And I couldn't talk. I couldn't say a thing. I had the lawyer messaging me being like, Nicole, don't do it. Nicole, don't do it. I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
And then you didn't. So I don't know that you were going to do it per se, but at least you're doing it now. There's that. But yeah, anyway, let's see here. So I'm trying to see if, Bunny XO uploaded footage from Daily Wire when, oh, shoot, I didn't put Nicole Arbour. The Daily Wire when Nicole Arbour. Let me redo this. Okay, there we go.
Daily Wire didn't let Candace do that to me on air. She went and did live streams. Good old Candy O did 2 live streams about him too, and me filing fake rape charges against men. And now added to the story was that the judge threw out the charges.
A lot of you guys have been like kind of following obviously the whole back forth last week with the whole saga with Nicole Arbour. Very vocal and very passionately against women that false accuse men. First and foremost because it smears them, and it's not a smear that just lasts a couple of days. It lasts their entire lifetimes. And you know, there's not a guy that can come up and just say, oh well, you know, the charges were dropped, and people don't go, oh, but why were the charges ever there in the first place? The idea is to make men carry that for the rest of their lives, and women know that when they lie. And by the way, when a woman false accuses a guy, it doesn't just do a disservice to that man, it does a disservice to women everywhere.
Except I had never said I was raped, and there never were any charges, and a judge definitely didn't throw them out because none of that ever happened. But Candace now repeated these lies to 10 million people. Outside of Candace being scared that I was going to get my own show on the Daily Wire and then she would be redundant, I was told that Bunny had paid one of those men.
So even though it kind of seems like the Daily Wire would be involved in this, she is not associating it with Daily Wire like I had kind of previously thought. So I may have misinterpreted that. But it looks like Candace Owens was in full control. And she was like, hey, I don't want her getting a Daily Wire show and competing with me as, you know, a female in general, it seems. I don't know. She didn't seem to mind Brett Cooper. So there is that. That gives me a little bit of pause for Nicole Arbour there. But maybe it's because Brett Cooper was doing something completely different. I don't know. She's closer to Candace's age. Maybe she's more competition. Maybe she saw Brett Cooper as more of like an underling or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Who stalked and harassed me and posted about me constantly $10,000. I was told that Bunny paid Candace Owens.
You know, that is a good point, Yvonne. Yvonne. My bad. Yvonne. Yvonne, you notice that Candace Owens goes after blonde-haired, blue-eyed women. That is fascinating. And you know what's funny? Those are some rare eyes. Actually, a lot more rare than Erica's eyes. Erica's are very light blue. These are gray. That's way, way, way more rare. I think that's like literally the 0.02%. So, yeah.
$1,000 to take me out and destroy my career. She was allegedly told to destroy my reputation beyond repair. And when the Daily Wire wouldn't let her air that, she was super mad because she didn't get her extra payday. So she did it on live streams. And I thought that was really far-fetched until recently, a reporter sent me a video clip of one of Candace's live streams. And who do I see in there? It's Bunny, cheering her on. This wasn't a scheduled live stream. This was an out of the blue live stream. That meant that Bunny knew exactly when she was going to do it.
That's fascinating. That's very fascinating. Hashtag no team. That's like an inside nudge, wink, wink. You know what I mean? That's interesting. Yeah, Brett isn't blonde hair and blue eyed. Yeah. So there's that. You know, so yeah. Dead on. She does not like she doesn't mind people that are you know, brown haired and brown eyes. She does seem to really not like blonde haired, blue eyed women. It's kind of interesting. Huh.
To tune in. So now Candace Owens is saying I filed fake rape charges and a judge threw them out.
Woke up the police. You don't know why it's happening. You know exactly what's happening. It's been 4 days of someone trying to get their wallet back. At that point, of course, the police officers tell you it's legally considered stolen. And when a woman starts using language like, my life is going to be in danger, I'm scared for my life.
What's really distracting me right now is literally what Candace Owens is wearing in this video. It literally looks like a carny. Like she's wearing the suit of a carny, like a circus person or you know, somebody at a state fair or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, step up, step on right now, knock this dummy's teeth out with this stone ball where the teeth are completely glued into the thing and you don't get the prize because it's rigged. You know what I mean? That's what she's dressed up as right now. It's just absolutely distracting the crap out of me.
Like, about text messages, about a show. You know, that's dangerous rhetoric, and that's why I really wanted to...
Let me see. Hi, my name is Chris. Just wanted to let you know Nicole will be getting what's coming to her in the worst way. We are waiting to catch her in the right place at the right time, but we are going to show her what you get for messing with the Creek Squad. The Creek Squad? These guys are dorks if this is real. If this is real, these guys are dorks. That's unbelievable. And we're going to beat the... Oh, my microphone's in the way. Smile right off of that ugly... Actually, I can see it on the screen, huh? Ugly face while she screams for help with a smiley face. What did that text message come from? Are these like... Oh, these are emails. Okay. Sliced up in... Okay, so she's just showing emails.
Using language like, my life is going to be in danger. Okay. I'm scared for my life. Like, about text messages, about a show.
Who is that from? Who is that from? That said, Management, Nicole Arbour. Oh, okay, to management. Gotcha. Never mind. My bad. Gotcha.
That's dangerous rhetoric, and that's why I really wanted to issue that warning to conservatives. Tommy Vexed, another person, said that she aggressed him. It's too many people that don't know each other that are telling you the same thing. Big believer that if a woman falsely accuses you, you should file a report against them. Don't just let it be like, oh, well, I survived that one. Like, she has now dropped the charges because she should drop the charges. I will always use my platform for as long as I have it to stand up for men.
That is embarrassing for Candace because she's like, she needs to drop the charges, and she didn't even look to see if charges were filed or anything like that. She didn't look to see where this was taking place, what county it was taking place in, what judge, what district, anything like that. She didn't do any of that whatsoever, and just immediately started calling out this lady to drop charges. She didn't even do any type of research whatsoever. She's got an entire team dedicated to her through the Daily Wire at that time, too. That's embarrassing. That's not something I would have put my name on, but all right. And then this guy says, funny thing is, you better be real sure who you are effing with when you publicly try to destroy someone's life. You don't know whose lives they have saved or how powerful of friends they might have. Not all of us constantly post every one of our connections. That's a little wild to say there, yeah, you know.
All the jobs I still had were suddenly gone. Men that I had previously worked with wouldn't even be alone in a room with me. And that's exactly what Bunny wanted to do. She gets off on torturing women. So my reputation was dead, but I wasn't dead yet. So here comes Jelly Roll. I'm Nicole Arbour, and this is the very true story about how 3-time Grammy-winning Christian country darling of Nashville, Jelly Roll, threatened, stalked me, and planned to kill me, all over some YouTube clickbait rumors that turned out to not be true. Next part coming soon. Boom.
Why would you at all end your video like that, though? This is YouTube 101. I know this is cool to do on, like, Netflix or on television. But don't say, and here we are finally, the jelly roll threats. But actually, goodbye. And then that's the end of it. Like, not something you want to do on the internet, not something you want to do on YouTube. I wonder how the comments actually kind of felt about that. Girl, you popped up in my recommendation, viewed the video on the channel. I'm totally blown away. Can't wait till episode 2. Oh, people are excited about it. Let's go down a little bit more, though. Because did nobody really care about that? Do they actually like the cliffhanger? Maybe I'm out of touch now. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little too old school. All right, y'all ready for episode 2? We can watch probably about half of it, and then I'm going to have to hop off here. But, yeah. What did you guys think so far? Anything, Hey, Shapiro and Walsh on the hook for this, too? I don't think so. I don't think they are. I don't think Shapiro and Walsh are in this. I kind of thought they might be, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like Candace did all this from behind the scenes. You know, didn't want the competition on Daily Wire, so she kind of rooted the problem out for herself. That's probably what happened, if I had to guess. I need to read this whole, listen to this Arch Enemy and Kiko Loureiro beef. That's kind of wild. Kiko Loureiro, was he in Angra? What band was Kiko Loureiro in? He was with Megadeth for a while. Kiko Loureiro band. He's from Brazil, so it sounds like Angra. Yeah, Angra. Thought so. Heck yeah. You know, Devin Townsend mixed a couple of their albums, so pretty good stuff. Angra's got great stuff. Heck yeah. That guy's a sick guitarist. He ended up getting Timu into Megadeth, which is wild. Absolutely wild stuff. So, read Jeremy Boring comment. Wait, which one? Did he just make one? Is it brand new? Jeremy. What did he say? Okay. He retweeted. Jeremy Boring retweeted Britta. That's cool. When an American labels every White House statement propaganda, but accepts Iran's claims without question, what does that say about their true allegiance? Yeah, absolutely. Good on him. Wait. So where? Jeremy Boring comment. Oh, wait. Are you mean on here? Did he comment here? No. Okay. Dickie Dines is pulled up for some reason. What happened here? I'll watch them later, though. They're great. Did I have his comment for real? Like, where was it at? On X or on here? On YouTube? Which one? Wait, which one? This one here? The grifters and black pills all agree Israel controls America. Oh, this one? Our politicians are bought. Our military fights their wars. We are powerless. Should you believe them? Spoiler alert. Oh, just, okay. Or is it this? We're in the middle of what should be a week of great national joy. Is that it? I want to know. Who censored the DW footage? It was recent. Was it recent? It was probably Daily Wire then. Probably Daily Wire probably had a copy of all of it. I wonder, you know? I wonder if they sent her their copy. Hello, Bellatina. So, was it on this video or was it, X? Because someone said the video. Inville said, the video. Because where's his... I don't see him here. Unless she's talking about right here. Oh, this... Are you talking about right here? At Jeremy Boring? I ask with all due respect, why did Real Daily Wire cover up for Candace when she harassed Nicole Arbour on the show? What happened? Does this come up? Not our best moment? Huh. Okay. I wonder if they are the ones who sent it. It may have been Jeremy Boring that sent her the video. Okay, I see. I didn't realize this is Jeremy Boring's comment coming up. No, good thing I didn't skip the video yet. Not our best moment, huh? Interesting. All right, guys, y'all ready? 12 days ago, this came out.
And this is...
Your hair's a lot less distracting like this. But maybe tuck those back too, or maybe just let all the hair just straight down. I don't know. All the... How would I put it? Too many flashy things. Just, I don't know, mess with my brain. I don't like it. It distracts me too much. I can't be distracted. That's a me problem, by the way. It's not a her fault problem. Most people probably aren't distracted. I get distracted.
Part 2 of Jelly Roll going to kill me over YouTube rumors.
She should have called this the Jelly Rolls. Like, just, my opinion on that. Okay, let's get to Candace. There. Copyright music, trying to get this at the right spot. Dang it. There we go.
10 million people saw Candace Owens say that I filed fake charges against men.
She has now dropped the charges because she should drop the charges.
Everyone believed that meant rape, and a judge threw them out.
Because she should drop the charges.
I do welcome all of you to try and find these invented charges. Try and find any of it. You can't. You won't. Because it...
I'll take your word for it. I'm not going to have to look it up. If somebody can actually just show me charges, then fine, I'll believe that. But, as of right now, yeah.
Doesn't exist. What there is, and I will be so specific, order of protection against Down Devil, and then a temporary restraining order against his group of gang stalkers. For very obvious reasons. It's so weird when people will make comments online like, this is what she does. She filed lawsuits against...
Oh, it wasn't just, if you notice, there were 2 TVs. So this was in the film room, and somebody had filmed it at the time when it took place live. There were 2, well, or maybe not. It was clearly unedited footage, which is why it was on 2 separate TVs. You had Candace Owens' camera going on one TV, and then when it would flash over, it was on another TV that had her on it. So it was clearly like they were doing this with the phone camera. So if it just kind of letting you know some behind the scenes like editing stuff, which... Man, would I love to have equipment like that. That would be sick. I hope one of these days I could actually make a show. Kind of like how Timcast, I've always liked his model, Timcast IRL. I want to have a table with like 4 friends around me, just BSing and talking about politics. How much fun would that be? A few drinks on the table and just sounds like a great time. I don't know. I would love to get to that point one day, for sure. Hopefully it can happen. We'll see what happens, right? Wonder who would end up at that table. If they would be personal friends or maybe people on YouTube or something like that. I don't know. That'd be fun. We'll see.
Against men. If someone drove a car straight into your house, they just took a semi-truck and drove it through your house, and everything you ever worked your whole life for was shattered. You're telling me you wouldn't sue them to replace what they shattered that you worked for your entire life? Because that's what I did. So people writing or commenting like, this is what she does. She files lawsuits. I filed a copyright lawsuit and a defamation lawsuit. Both completely valid and exactly how the law is supposed to be used. They drove a semi-truck into...
Well, look, let's say, listen, if somebody genuinely believes that there is a copyright law infringement and they are dead wrong, I don't necessarily fault that person if they still sue. It goes to court, and then it turns out, hey, they were wrong. They lose the lawsuit, right? I don't necessarily fault the person unless they take the lesson and go, okay, well, I guess I was wrong. Now, really, that should take place outside of court in mediation. You should always do 1 round of mediation. Place the laws out there, have the attorneys argue, and then usually the attorneys can come down to like, okay, in good faith, actually, you're right or wrong, whichever one it is. You know what I mean? If they still go forward, it just depends on the attorney, too, because a really aggressive attorney very well may push something out there that shouldn't be pushed out there. You know what I mean? Depending on if they want a payday or not. So I don't necessarily blame the person suing. It's just, it's a conglomerate of things. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. People can get their panties in a bunch, but let the courts decide, and let's see what happens before everybody just takes a side. You know what I mean?
In my life, I'm just trying to get paid back for the damage they did. That's it. If they hadn't driven a semi-truck into my life, I wouldn't have had to file anything. I would have gone on with my life, as I've done my entire life. So it's just weird to be like, oh, she filed lawsuits against men. Yes, I did. And you should too. The law exists so that we, the people, are protected. You think I'm the first person to have to file a copyright lawsuit? They didn't create the laws for me. I gotta say, I'm so happy that I put out Cosplay Christian and Boogeyman, and there's of course more coming. Even my biggest haters,
my arch nemesis,
ended up loving it.
I feel like we hate her, but I think this song is killing it possibly.
No, you're not supposed to like it. Stop it.
Yeah, I don't wanna, yep. Nope, not listening to any of the music, sorry. No, thank you, can't do that at all. That will not be good on this stream whatsoever because it will get flagged.
So good that losers would steal my work and pass it off as their own.
I'll just take our word for it there. The ball game. Here we go.
So Jelly Roll. Whew. All right. June 2021. I was an invited celebrity guest.
Oh, yeah, no, Jeremy Boring definitely admitted it. Like, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I don't think Jeremy Boring or the Daily Wire necessarily even caught what was going on until it was a little too late. Because, they kind of left it in Candace Owens' hands, right? So they're probably like, yeah, this wasn't good. Like, we trusted her. She put it out there. And then by then, it's like, crap, what do we do as a company right now? There probably was some behind the scenes stuff. I would love to have Jeremy Boring or Ben Shapiro or anybody else that actually owns the Daily Wire company kind of come out and explain what kind of happened there. You know what I mean? I think that would be good. Obviously, Nicole Arbour's not going to come after Daily Wire, or she'd be throwing shade their way right now. Or maybe she does in this video. We'll see.
At the Folds of Honor celebrity softball game, raising funds for veterans and their families. Like, I don't know what could be better than that. I was really excited.
Oh, yeah. We know Candace lives
Turned into one of the most terrifying days of my life. I'm there, and I see Jelly Roll. And at this point, I didn't think I had a direct problem with Jelly Roll because, like, I don't know him. Like, still my only interaction I ever had with this guy was him saying he's a huge fan, giving me a hug quick, and, like, that's it. That's all I had ever had. We're standing probably, like, 15, 20 feet away from each other in the same dugout. So I wave. I was just like, hey. And even if there was some kind of, like, beef in his mind, I still am always under the impression that people can have discussions, rational adults can, and talk things out. So I wasn't going to be rude. I waved. His face dropped. He suddenly called over all these people that work for Folds of Honor. Volunteers, mind you, most of them women. Suddenly this group of volunteers like rushes up to me and they're like, Nicole, we don't really know what's happening, but we have to get you out of Jelly Roll's sightline. I'm like, what? They're like, Jelly Roll said if you're in his eye line, something really bad's going to happen. What do you mean something really bad is going to happen? What does that mean? And they're like, it sounds like violence. That is so psychotic. That is so psychotic.
Unfortunately, I can't corroborate that, so I can't just give this to Nicole Arbour here. She's gonna have to provide more proof than that. If this is all of the whole like Jelly Roll threat, I can't use it. Sorry, I can't take your side on it. Hopefully, there's more to it than this. We'll see what happens.
Move that woman, or I'm going to do something violent to her. And he delivered the message through little female volunteers of Folds of Honor. So these women like swoop me up, take me away from the game and like over to the other side. And I'm just like, what is going on? He's going to hurt.
Why would the Folds of Honor people have any authority in that situation though to do that? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's really weird, right? Very, very weird. It's a weird story. You're kind of losing me on. I would have started off with the hard evidence first, and then I would have led in with something like that if, there is hard evidence. I don't know. This part's kind of losing me, guys. I'm not going to lie. It's not anything personal. It's just I have nothing else to go off of. It's just her word, And I'm not going to call her a liar, but I also can't confirm what she's saying. It's not really very fair.
Me? For what? They're lying about me. I should want to hurt you. Ooh. Boom.
Was that really it?
Even before Jelly was big, if you went to Nashville, you had to check in with Jelly.
Especially when it comes to rappers. It's called checking in. Now, checking in basically means that when someone, usually a rapper or a celebrity, travels to a new city, especially one with a heavy gang presence, they're supposed to reach out to a local gang on a major street figure to get their blessing and protection while they're in town. In return, these gangs or street figures might ask for money, a feature on a track for one of their local artists, business hookups.
If you went to Nashville, you had to check in with Jelly. Yeah. So he was a superstar before he's a superstar. We were going somewhere. I left like my watch in your truck. I was like, man, my watch in your truck. They're like, don't worry about it. Yeah. If anybody did anything, we'll have it back by tonight.
Yeah.
What?
That's a true story.
Oh, cool. Oh, good. Oh, good.
Well, Jelly Roll kind of confirmed that too, huh? That's interesting. Maybe. You know what I mean? That is a little wild. Absolutely. That's a crazy thing to say out loud. Maybe it's out of context. I don't know. That's a crazy thing to say out loud. She framed it really, really well if she's lying. I gotta say, That's crazy. You know what I mean? She's kind of got me on a maybe did, maybe didn't type situation here. I don't know. That's interesting for me, for sure. Do normal people talk like that? You know what I mean? Daily Wire will never come clean about the whole thing because the entire saga with Crowder that brought this thing forward has... You know, I wonder if Crowder had some inside kind of info on this and he was like, hey, and this is what he was talking about. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I feel like if Crowder did have some inside info, maybe he wouldn't be afraid to talk about it right now. So maybe he would be partnering up with Nicole Arbour, interviewing her and stuff like that. It's tough to say. It's just speculation at the end of the day, right? But who knows? Who really knows? Life with Persians. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much for that 5. Keep up the great work. Thank you for being here. Genuinely. Absolutely amazing, guys. Thank you so much. Envy says, I don't know why I called you Envil. It's Envy. Checking in. Yeah, the checking in thing, it's weird. It's weird. It definitely, it's piqued my interest. That's for sure.
Good. My security seems so worried. He's like, you have a beef with Jelly Roll? I'm like, I don't. Like, I don't know him. He's like, well, what the fuck happened that this guy's coming after you? I'm like... And I start telling him the story. He's like, I gotta be real. I can't protect you against Jelly Roll. I'm in my little baseball outfit, all excited to be there. And now I'm like terrified. And I'm like, but what do you do? So I'm in like the VIP section after the game, waiting for my friends so that we could go to this corporate after party. And here comes Jelly Roll with a group of armed thugs. I mean, like straight out of a movie looking armed thugs with him. Came right up to me. He pushed me with his stomach, spit in my face. He said he's going to shoot me in the face for what I did to his friend. I better leave Nashville. I'm not safe there. I'm toxic. He knows what I did. It was so fast and there was so much and it was so shocking. It's easier for me if I'm a little mad and like snarky as I say this, but it was fucking terrifying. And then they walked away like it was nothing. And I was just standing there like frozen. And right then my friend comes back from the bathroom and she's like, what happened? And I tell her what happened and she's like, what?
Man, you know, it makes you wonder. I mean, the guy did come from prison. I don't know that somebody can necessarily change their entire life like that per se, but I mean, you know, who knows? Mafia stuff. That episode happened long after Nicole was in the car accident, hurting her back. It isn't weird. It's Hank stuff. Jelly Roll supported are crazier than Candace. Oh, Jelly Roll supporters are crazier than Candace Owens. Maybe. You know, I don't know. Oh, it's weird. It isn't weird. It's gang stuff. Gotcha. Supporters I'm in. She has evidence. Just keep watching. Yeah, for sure. We'll keep watching. Don't worry. Let's see here. I'm actually going to have to get off here in a few. Once we get to about the 15-minute mark, I'm probably going to have to hop off here. And then we'll watch the rest of episode 2 and all of episode 3 tomorrow night. So, yeah.
She's like, I know him. He's so nice. He's like a big teddy bear. And that's where the fucking psycho gets away with it. He has a completely dual personality. So the first time I met him, I got this like super friendly, aw shucks y'all, thanks for coming to Nashville. We're big fans, Nicole. Aw man, aw gee, it's just so swell that you're here.
I hope y'all give me a second here. I'm a little emotional. I started drinking. I didn't think I was going to win again.
I got that guy, who I now know is a complete act. Like, complete act. To cover the guy who he really is.
I'm so fucking mad right now.
Jelly Roll is like a horror movie.
Now, hold on. Was that out of context where he does one of those videos where like, I'm so mad right now that, and then, I don't know, this artist ain't right here, very famous. And then he posts, I don't know, does something like that. That was an interesting little clip and edit. That's not very fair. Unless he really was like, I'm so mad. But she should have let it play a little longer. I don't know. Seems so cut. What do you guys think? Was that a video that was like legit or not? Just don't do things like that. If you're telling the truth and stuff, don't put in little clips like that, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it's a good idea.
Movie level psychopath.
I just went to Fleet Feet.
I just screamed at everybody in the store.
But he uses this like almost southern preacher persona to cover it.
I want to fucking hit this young man with the open hand of the Lord. And then the manager has the audacity to fucking tell me,
sir, could y'all talk about this outside?
Which makes him that much scarier.
You wouldn't have to worry about customers knowing what the fuck's going on in this store if you talk.
Well, okay. Yeah, no. That's what I'm talking about right there. Just play the whole clip. She didn't have to leave a little clip and then just play this from the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, why show it and then cut, you know what I mean? And then it's like, let this actually part rant out, because that had me questioning whether he was actually going to rant or not.
Some proper etiquette to your motherfucking employees. God is with me. I am blessed, because if I was not, I would march back into that store and it would look like a scene out of a motherfucking movie.
Wow, what was that about, though? What was that? Like, he was ranting about a store that he had beef with. Like, why? I'm going to look this up.
I don't know any men in my life who would go up to a woman to scare her. And I couldn't believe, it's like, they say that there's like fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. Those are like the things that happen when you're in like a very scary situation. I definitely just froze. Like I couldn't believe it was real. So I leave immediately.
Apparently a employee ignored his mother for customer service. Shrugged her off when the manager asked him to help her. After taking his mother to the car, an enraged Jelly Roll returned to the store to confront the employee, stating, "I'm so mad right now." Stated when the manager asked him to stop yelling in front of their customers, he retorted that the manager should be more concerned about the customer service. Look, the thing about it is maybe he misunderstood, too. Like, Jelly Roll needs to not be angry in public, because the manager may have said, "Hey, I need you to help this lady when you're done." And the guy said, "Okay." And then Jelly Roll may have been like, "No, you help her now." You know what I mean? But yelling at a teen employee? What a coward. What a coward. Yelling at a teenager? What a tough guy, too. Unbelievable. That's actually psychotic. He should be ashamed of himself. What a psychopath. Yeah, I believe a lot of the stuff that Nicole Arbour's telling whenever he posts a video of himself admitting that he yelled at a teenager in a store. You know what I mean? Is a good thing. What an absolute piece of garbage.
And I go to the Virgin Hotel in Nashville. They were doing like their corporate after event on the rooftop for all the sponsors and people who were involved in the event. I'm still like terrified and shaking on the inside, but just like smiling and trying to just like calm down. And I'm there as a guest and trying to like hold it in, and keep going. Some people saw that happen at the baseball game, by the way. And it was like I was equal parts terrified and embarrassed for some reason, because I was just like, he tried to make as big a scene as he could. Most of those people there don't know me. I'm new to Nashville. And now this freaking thug is screaming in my face. I was like, is this real? Like, is this guy gonna shoot me in my face over made up stories that his wife and his friend made up?
I mean, look, what do you think? If the guy's threatening you and it was his wife that started the story, what do you think's going to happen at that point? I mean, I don't think that's a matter of a question at that point. Whose side do you think he's going to take? Do you think you're going to convince somebody who is already yelling at you over something that their wife did? I would say that's not someone you're going to convince.
Because none of it's real. And you're going to shoot me in my face. I'm going to be dead. Because you guys made up stories about me. So I'm at the Virgin Hotel. Not even long after I'm there.
I mean, look, you can try to rationalize it, but here at the end of the day, this is what actually happened. And I don't know why this is hard for Nicole to understand. They don't like you. They tried ruining you one way, and you didn't take the hint, and now they're going further. How does she not see that? She's like, I don't understand. You guys got mad at something you made up. No, that's not the point at all, Nicole. That's not what's going on. See, you're not even thinking about this from like a pragmatic way whatsoever. You know what I mean? You're not thinking about this logically, is what I actually should have said. The fact of the matter is they didn't like you to start. They did all this stuff, and now they're escalating more and more. This is just an escalation. This isn't random. You know what I mean? And for her to be like, well, I don't know Jelly Roll. Well, look, here's the thing. You do know his wife. And if you think that he was still going to be friends with you no matter what after that, that's actually a little crazy too. That's really, well, I wouldn't say crazy. That's unbelievably naive. That is like what I would expect from a 13-year-old to kind of think. You know what I mean? Don't think you're going to get along with somebody's spouse or significant other if they are causing you legitimate crazy, psychotic problems. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly, Barbecue. That's a good point. You know, why would you say hi to someone when you knew you had beef with the wife? Like, that's just an ignorant thing to do. You know? That's a very silly thing to do in general. Don't do that.
In storms.
Because here's the thing. Let's say you don't have beef with that guy. Okay? Let's say you don't have beef with that guy at all. He doesn't have beef with you. What do you think his wife's going to do to him later on if she found out that he was friendly with you? You think that's going to be good? Maybe just don't do that out of that principle too. Because that's not a can you want to open up either. I can promise you that. So that's not smart. Just if you know the spouse has a problem, avoid the other person. That's the best advice you could get. I don't care if that person's your best friend. If the spouse doesn't like you, you know what I mean? Like, hey, maybe just avoid that friend at that point, because it's like, hey, that's nothing's good's gonna come from that. They will always be at a conflict. Their wife's gonna be making their life miserable and all that. And it's like, if that person isn't smart enough to kind of, you know what I'm saying? If that person is gonna cause problems that whole time and your friend isn't smart enough to kind of break that off, it's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be fun for you. It's just not gonna be fun for anybody, and your friend should be smarter than that, to be honest. You know. CRXS says, sorry, already gave you a like for all the effort you put into your releases, but I'm on a journey right now that requires getting away from all the drama for a while. Consider it calming the soul. Hey, no, I don't blame you. Don't blame you at all. I'm just having some fun with this. You know what I mean? I don't know which side's which.
Jelly Roll with even
so we'll see.
More thugs. And they come in and they push through the crowd to get to me. And my heels are like on the back of the pool. If you've been into the Virgin Hotel, like, you know, there's a pool up there, and my heels are like to the pool edge, because he came like right at me. And a female, this part's so important to me, a female recording artist stepped in between and was like pushing him back and was like, hey, like, leave her alone, man. She has every right to be here. What are you doing? He's making as big of a scene as he can. He has guys filming me on their phones that are with him. The one guy has his gun fully showing.
Was that actually one of the videos, though, or was that AI? We'll find out, I guess. Maybe she'll show the full video, but again, showing the clip and cutting it.
Now, it was like concealed earlier, but it's fully out. And he tries to use, this tells you so much about Jelly Roll too. He says to the event organizers that he donates to that charity. So he gets to decide that I better be removed. His charitable donations aren't charitable donations. It's him purchasing goodwill from people. It's him purchasing bribes. It's him purchasing his ability to terrify women and do whatever he wants to victims. That's why he donates money. All of the corporate donors and sponsors who came to that event to raise money for veterans and their families. And you're making it about you. A lot of people saw this happen, by the way. 2 more females from the event stepped in and they're like, hey, he's like, she's doing this for her album. Let me explain to you how sadistic that is. Because remember, he had already called the producer of my album to kill my album. He called the producer of my album to kill my album. Now he's telling people that I'm doing this, I don't even know what this is, as promo for my album that he has already killed. They ask him to like go off to the side. They take me over to the other side. I'm speaking with like a couple of the corporate sponsors and I'm just like apologizing. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know him. I don't know what's really happening here, but I'm so sorry. Like, I was so embarrassed. I was terrified and embarrassed. And I know that that's exactly what he wanted. You know, like he wanted to make the biggest scene as possible. He also said that he couldn't promise the event wouldn't be shot up until I was removed. This is who Jelly Roll is. So my security goes over to Jelly Roll and his guys to try and de-escalate. He's like, let me try and talk to him. Let me try and explain to him the real situation here. Let's see where he's at. Let's try and like make things right. He comes back and he's like, Nicole, they want to hurt you. And I can't protect you. I can't. He's like, you got one guy tonight. There's all those guys over there. I can't protect you. And he told me that they offered him, I think it was 2 times, then 5 times, then 10 times what I was paying him to leave me alone so I didn't have security tonight. Why? Like, Jelly Roll, what were you trying to do that you were trying to pay my security guard to leave me alone so you could get to me? What were you trying to do? It's so psychotic. My security guard.
I hope she has proof of this and footage of this, because this is a crazy, crazy claim that could get her in a lot of trouble. You know what I mean? That's a wild claim to make. Hopefully she'll show evidence of this.
I was like, I have a daughter. I'm not going to leave you by yourself. I didn't take the offer. He goes, but I also can't defend you against all of these guys. So we got to get you out of here immediately. And I had to leave the event that I was booked at. And if this sounds crazy, it's because it is. But there are witnesses and people who have come forward.
Said, I'm sorry you don't deserve this and you are not lying. If a reporter or someone looking into your claims needs a reference, I'd be happy to give you that as long as they don't mention me. I mean, he threatened to have you ended and was there when it happened. If it, hopefully it'll scroll down.
Oh, and there's this.
It doesn't scroll down. Alrighty. Oh, and there's this.
There's more to this than you know.
Here we go.
And I'm asking you. He's a habitual liar. You said you don't know me?
That is unbelievably loud, though. Please balance your audio, lady. Come on.
Did you not come to my office? I know you're filthy. I know she's. I know. Once again, I've got multiple folks from Bonner events coming up. I don't know if she does, but I do. So I'm donating. I'm here. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know why she's here. I don't know why she was on the field without banging. I also know this woman is extremely toxic. Because of your habitual lying, your toxicness.
I love you all. This is for full Bonner.
Yeah.
And once again, I'm signed up to take off with y'all. I've got multiple events. I'm donating. I'm here. Trying to promote her album right now. She's trying to promote her album.
I'm so sorry.
I got it. It's okay. Let's just, if y'all could just separate the camera again, we're going to have to do someone else. I'm so sorry. I do not want to be in the middle of it.
She's a habitual liar. You said you don't know me? Did you not come to my office? I know you're filthy.
So I leave and I go to a third place.
Well, I don't get to see any threats or anything like that. Look, I can believe that he had problems with her and he was like, I don't want her here. I'm a bigger artist than her because she's done awful things, right? It could be that way too. So, unfortunately, that's not a very crazy clip. Maybe there's more. We'll see what happens.
To meet up with some friends and have a drink. And I'm like, okay, I need a drink. I need a drink. I know he's over there at the Virgin. I'm going to go over here. A totally different place to Loser's Bar. Meet up with some friends and a guy that I had started dating at the time. I wasn't even there that long when Jelly Roll and his thugs burst. I mean, like, burst through the freaking door. Like the back room of Losers, they burst through that back door looking for me. He sees me. That's another important thing is he told me if I ever see him, I better run. He doesn't care if it's at a charity event. He doesn't care if it's at an event, if it's at an award show, if it's at anything, I better fucking run. That's what the guy with the thugs with the guns told me is I better run if I see him. So he storms into Loser's Bar and starts pushing through the crowd. Literally, again, just like a movie, like pushing through people to get to me. And as he's coming to me, the security pulls me. And the guy that I was talking to, he's like, what's going on? I'm like, I gotta go. He's like, why? Why do you have to go? I'm like, I gotta go right now. I gotta go by. I think it was like under the bar and leave, run out of the staff entrance. The security guard was like, Nicole, you're in trouble.
Nicole is so busy working on podcasts for you, she asked me to read her ad this week.
Okay, all right. Is there going to be footage of this at all? I'm going to skim. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like she's got any more bar footage or anything like that. I don't know, guys. This will be a good, like, closer right now. We're halfway through the episode exactly, so we'll be able to get through this and episode 3 tomorrow. I'll leave it right here so we can get back to it. Man, it's very heavy stuff, guys. Very, very heavy stuff. I am interested. I don't know. It's really tough. Really tough to tell. Because on one hand, you know, she does show some good evidence. Don't get me wrong. But on the other hand, the most important evidence, she doesn't show Jelly Roll against her. Like they recorded him trying to get her out of there. But I don't know if he was just like, hey, this person said awful things. I don't want her here. She's a bad person, trying to expose her. Or if he's actually trying to physically attack her, right? She wasn't able to show footage of that. Now, could she, I mean, I just don't know if what she said happened or not. You know what I mean? Just in the middle, like, I'm kind of in the middle. You think Jelly Roll would come out and say, hey, I never said any of that? It's been 12 days, right? Has Jelly Roll 12 days since this came out? How many days ago? 12 days ago. Has Jelly Roll at all said anything? Does he have an X account? Let's kind of see. Let me see. Got a Jelly Roll here. Jelly. Okay, we got Jelly Roll. Music Man. Last post he made was August 7th. There anything in replies? Well, we're not going to get anything there. That's interesting. Oh yeah, no. I'm sure there's more coming up. It's just in this episode, there's not any more like bar footage. It looks like to me, like skimming through, unless it's not showing everything. You know what I mean? Not to skip too far ahead or anything like that, but so far, I'm just kind of giving you where I think so far. You know, if I let the video play, I can't just let it play. I do gotta give my commentary and stuff. But like I said, I gotta hop off here for now. Live stream's ending for tonight, so we're gonna watch the other half of episode 2 and all the rest of episode 3 tomorrow. So I'm just giving you guys a synopsis, kind of what went down so far. She's shown good evidence that Candace Owens wasn't doing things in good faith. You know what I mean? She's shown good evidence that Jelly Roll has quite the temper and stuff like that. She's shown that I keep wanting to say Bad Bunny. Is that like a rapper or something like that? I think Bunny XO. She's shown stuff that definitely Bunny XO was pushing, probably fabricating, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that's all good stuff. But I don't know that Jelly Roll is doing this based on trying to destroy Nicole Arbour, or if he just believes his wife. You know what I mean? I also don't know that Jelly Roll has been violent towards her yet. So hopefully there's more information that will come out. Apparently episode 3 shows a lot more. Kind of wish she would have done all this in episode 2 on Jelly Roll's part, and then maybe make part 3 whatever else was left, I guess. I don't know. It's a lot to process and go through. So there is that. But maybe we'll get all the way through there. Maybe we'll have a much better picture by the end of it. I'm just showing you my concerns right now. You know what I mean? So we'll get there. I'm sure the evidence is in order for a reason. I think there's a lot of nonsense edits in the video, kind of. You know what I mean? I know that she was trying to be creative with it, but in a video like this that's this serious, I don't think it needs too many edits. I don't think it needs to be polished by any means, because you're just trying to get the truth out there. You know? That's just kind of my opinion on it, too. I don't know, guys. What do y'all think, though? What do y'all think so far? So far is, where are we at with this? You know? Let's see. She has a lot of video of Jelly Roll talking smack and comparing himself to Epstein. Wait, really? Yo, that'd be wild. That'd be a little wild if he's comparing himself to Epstein. That's crazy. That's really crazy stuff. I can't wait to see that part then. He said she didn't have an album because he killed it. We'll have to get to that part. She didn't show that. She did say that, though. He's not Christian, just like Diddy. He told the guy she did this because she had an album to promote. That was a bold-faced lie, you mean? Bald-faced lie? That's funny, though. I like bald-face. They all suck. Yeah, that could be true. They could all just be bad, you know? I don't know yet. Jelly Belly came to New Jersey and tried acting tough. You'll find out why we have the Pine Barrens, a bunch of nature preserves in the Meadowlands. Okay, maybe I'll look into that. That's interesting. Is he going to change his name now that he isn't fat? What would be a name? How could you change your name from Jelly Roll, though, when you're known like that? Jelly Thins? I don't know. What would you... Jelly Cracker? I mean, that just complicates the name at that point. I don't know. Jelly Roll just works, though. Like, Jelly Roll is a very, very, very good name, in my opinion, because you don't forget that. And it's simple. You know what I mean? So I think it'd be a bad call if he changed his name. You know? Everyone knows Jelly Roll. You know, Jelly Flaps. Okay. Now, Jelly Flaps can definitely mean something else other than just having loose skin, so I don't know about that. I need glasses. Did I say you said I said Pine Barrens, right? Metal. Wait, didn't I read that right? Oh. Fruit roll up? That could work. Fruit roll up could work if you wanted to. Oh man, that could work. That's a good name too. You know? Jelly Roll Light on camera, he said she had an album to promote. Lie. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I think that probably was a lie. You know? I mean, it seems like he was swinging for the fences. You know what I mean? Oh, no. Is he doing Ozempic instead? No. Well, you know, whatever, I guess. If people want to hollow out their bones completely and just die an early death, I guess, you know, whatever. You know, yikes. That sucks. That sucks, you know. Yeah. Dang. I hope that's not the case for anybody, really. The Ozempic stuff is just, the stuff coming out on it's so bad. So bad. I can understand someone using it for a short period of time to lose quick weight and then get on a good diet and hit the gym. But man, don't just keep taking it and thinking that, oh, you could just solve your issues with drug. That's crazy to do. Man, I don't know. Yeah, Jelly Roll did sound crazy. He did sound crazy. There wasn't like full proof yet. But gotta say, the stuff he's doing here is a little nuts. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, guys. We'll see. We'll get to the end of this. We'll see if I'm on Team Nicole Arbour, Team Jelly Roll. You know what I mean? Or if I just stay in the middle. Just depends on what's released and what's not. You know what I mean? You know, I'm going to be as objective as I possibly can. I got to be fair. You know, I can't give sides to one side and, you know, just take their word for it. That's just not how it works. And we all have to be very critical together. You know what I mean? Very critical together. Now, you guys know more about this than I do, so I'm not there yet. I'm just telling you where I'm at right now, halfway through the entire series here. Wonder if there'll be a fourth episode. Is there going to be a fourth episode, guys? Y'all know yet, or is episode 3 the finale? Kind of curious. Jelly nuts? I don't know if, I don't know. Jelly Roll is very friendly to the kids. Jelly nuts, I think, kind of get you away from that audience, unfortunately, and that's a major money loss. Flaps, that's his new name. Just Flaps. Yeah. They're all bald, yeah. Well, alrighty, guys. Here's where we gotta get. Here's where we gotta get. I'm gonna have to hop off here for now, guys. But hey, thank y'all so much for being here. Definitely gonna thank the super chatters here. Gotta thank you both, Brookie Who and Life with Persians. Thank you both so much. You know, nobody has to donate at all. It's very nice that you did. So thank you, genuinely. Thank you all so much for being here. Zowie, Sin, Sparky, Ed, of course, you know, Madness, of course, wherever he may be. Right now, I don't know if he's still listening or just, doing that, but thanks for showing up anyway, you know. Wombat, Loretta, Barbecue, Not Index, Scar, Bella, Bella Italia. Oh, Bella Italia. There we go. There we go. Sat to Cat. You know, thank all you people. Snow Bunny for sure. All you guys. Thank you all so much for being here, guys. Cece. And yeah, Nikki. I don't know if I'm repeating names now or not. So, sorry, guys. Thank you all again. I'll see y'all tomorrow in the next video. I pre-recorded 2 videos tomorrow because I'm going to be gone for most of the day doing some important stuff and whatnot. And yeah. I'll do the third video tomorrow to get the latest breaking news thing, and then we'll go live. So, same thing tomorrow, same time tomorrow. Thank y'all for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. Am I that far behind on